Okay, so welcome to our next session of Shadowrun. Where did I put all my cameras? All the way over there because I was expecting people at the table.
Why would people be at the table? That's such a silly idea.
Well, it happens occasionally. And hopefully it's not one of those times where I kill my camera by moving things. Okay. The mics are sort of all over there as well, so that's why I got to move a few things around. So, online today we have Jeremy.
Good evening all. Yes, I'm playing Redmond Barrens, the elf who grew up on the streets of Seattle in abject poverty, but had risen above at the beginning to discover that he's actually got a family that he's been inherited from a basic food farm, and he's well away to reaching one's life goals, joining the ancient motocross game.
Okay, and we'll see how well luck is with Desrin today. Apparently not so good, so instead of being a white point for Desrin, he gets a black point. For the party. Okay, next online we have is Al.
Hello, I am playing Talon, the crazy elf party girl, failed business owner whose businesses only succeed when she doesn't either start them, actually own them, or run them. I'm gonna say she still has amnesia. No idea where she came from. No idea what her past is, but whatever it was obviously contributed to her declined mental state that we see today. Namaste.
And we see how well Lucky's playing out for Thailand. Apparently, not so good, too black.
I would like to take the field fortunate.
Okay, online next we have is M.
Hello. I play Bolt, your ever-friendly puppy dog. This is my first time on a plane, probably, and not just a plane, but a suborbital. So that's gonna be interesting.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Apparently.
Didn't we take the plane to get down to Angel Grove?
Yes, but not suborbital.
Not a suborbital.
Not suborbital, no.
Okay, so correction. I have been on a plane, but I haven't been on this type of plane before.
Did we need to give you a glass of milk last time?
I don't remember. This was a while ago.
That might be Flogger.
Yeah, that might have been Flogger. But yes, I am not the sharpest tool in the shed. I mean, bolts aren't exactly sharp, but you know, my teeth are. Yeah, that's about it.
So you introduce yourself as the ever lovable puppy, but forget to mention you're like 7 foot tall bipedal puppy.
Yeah.
With a disposition to werewolf.
Who once ripped a guy's face off with your jaws.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm the cute, fluffy, lovable puppy of the party, right?
Let's see how fate is treating Bolt today. Apparently 2 black.
Martin, you really need to stop rolling. I feel this is a disadvantage to the group that you're rolling all of these dice.
Okay, and then that brings us to Josh.
I mean, technically I could roll it. I do have the Star Wars dice app.
I feel you should be able to roll yourself then.
Hello, I'm Josh. I play Vlogger. Vlogger being burly troll. Vlogger not the smartest one in the bunch, but is willing to snap heads and steal doors.
I thought it was in the other order. Steal doors and then snap heads.
Either way, they run alongside with each other.
Okay, and we shall see how...
No!
Yep, another black.
No! As the woman who gave you 5 extra shelves, I demand the dice in the dice roll. Come on, 5 extra shelves for books.
Well, now we're up to Ariadna.
No, dice.
No.
Dice.
Well, you can roll for yourself.
Are you gonna make me get up?
Well, you're at the table, you get to roll for yourself.
Uh-huh. I represent the party. I should be able to be rolling for the rest of them.
Well, hey, I did put a whole bunch of fate points onto the table.
Uh-huh. They're all dark ones as far as I can tell.
They are.
Yeah, exactly.
They got 5 teenagers today.
This is rolled by the GM. This is not good. You always roll your fate. No, when Martin's rolling, it's not fate, it's the GM. When Martin rolls the dice, they're always in his favour.
That's because I own them.
Exactly.
Yep.
Which is why you shouldn't be rolling them. And you watch, I'll roll a goddamn black die.
That's okay, I'm sure you roll 2 instead.
Just because you don't like me, right? What do I do to you? I make you dinner, I make you energy drinks, I don't know. I really don't know. I play Shadow. I used to call myself an awakened elf, or at least that's kind of what I was told I was, but I don't know, these days I'm seeing more and more about the world where I'm not sure I'm awakened at all. I'm still waking up. I was once what would you consider a Robin Hood in a corporate forest, robbing from those ultra rich to try and give and redistribute to the lesser and the more needy. Unfortunately, that got me into a whole lot of trouble, and now I spend most of my time trying not to show my face anywhere so I don't get killed awful fast, or tortured and then killed, or put in captivity and then slowly killed, or just killed in general. So most often you'll see me walking the streets with hood up, and the only bits you can really see of my face might be my nose and my chin, but if I can help it, not even that. And we've recently been trying to track down the person who framed myself and SoCal and my friend who's literally named Robin, and murdered Robin, broke SoCal's back, and I don't know how I'm unscathed so far. But now we get to fly to...
All those black dice that Mom just rolled today? Yeah, I don't think unscathed is a thing.
Oh no, I'm totally betting that that's going to go against us. I'm putting in a formal protest that he rolled all of those. I don't think he'll listen to me.
Oh no, I'll listen to the protest.
Well, I don't think he'll do anything about
That's more correct.
Neither of they should get denied.
The project won't be upheld.
But you bet, even though everyone's laughing about it now, for the next 2 weeks he's going to hear about how unfair it is. Well, I argue that we should be getting, at least if someone's going to be rolling on behalf of the table, it should be one of us and not the GM. He's got a conflict of interest. I'll read up on wait a minute, there's probably no laws or rules against GMs for conflict of interest.
Yeah, rule 0.
Yeah, the GM is always right. I think that's the rule.
That is pretty much it.
Yeah, no, that's probably a lost cause. Alright, we'll see if I do any better or worse.
Well, you're rolling the blanket, you'll probably have to roll again.
Yeah, I'll probably have to roll again and see what I'm rolling. It's a black.
So, 7 black it is.
Yep, 7 black it is. Do you want to grab that?
Okay.
Oh, almost. It's...
And it rolled 2 white on the floor.
I almost feel betrayed by that roll.
I know that I was going to roll well because I'm in a lying down position and half of my hand is numb.
And also, just so you know, there's more than 50% chance of rolling a black because there are more blacks than white on the dice.
Well, where the hell do we look?
It's on the black side with 7 black. You can only look up from here.
Yes, it is interesting. Okay, so does anyone want to do the recap of last session?
I don't remember last session, so
Okay, a quick recap which I had on the screen for people is I also had to fix some of the dates because I didn't check the dates properly and some of the dates got a little mixed around. And I also see an error on there at the same time, but that's fine. Okay, so on the Friday, you got a news report about a upcoming article being released by Lisa Snails to, even though it says snakes up there, so another mistake. So Lisa Snails' report coming out regarding conspiracy to pervert justice done by corporations. Then on the Monday afterwards, you got notification that you'd be getting some information out at the Banshees, so you started hanging out there to wait for your contact to show up.
Oh, that's right. It was the 5 days of happy hour.
Yeah.
Well, we waited for our Johnson to turn up.
And
Based on the arrival of a card from an antique German playing deck. With a few minor modifications and hidden messages.
well, at Shadowrun, are you going to do that? Fairly often. Nothing is always what it appears to be. And if it does appear to be that, then you've obviously missed something. And on the Tuesday morning, you had a early morning flight that you agreed to take a suborbital flight 613 all the way out to Germany. You show up.
Steal a book, don't we?
You're there to steal a book and leave a
Nice.
medical preserve jar, electronic one that will keep things cold.
Which we think might be ears.
The assumption is it is ears.
The same ears that we cut off the poly group, something Novellus?
AMP.
Yeah, the AMP, something Novellus poly group, who were a bunch of humans pretending to be elves, telling elves how to be elves.
Yep, and any elf that didn't fit their mould was then summarily killed off.
Executed.
Just like Order 66, I'm
Execute
sure.
them.
You did end up executing all but one of them.
We pretended to execute, but just took the ear tip off the only person in the group that seemed to be an innocent being.
The red lady.
That was the kid, wasn't it? The kid.
No,
No, the red lady.
she'd
Oh, just the red
adopted
lady.
a street kid and was taking care of a street kid, and that led us to believe that she may not be connected to it, and it came out that the new leader of the poly group had killed her partner and was forcing her to be the face.
Well, she was the continuation of the legacy of the organization.
Yes.
Okay, so you've also been told to leave all your gear behind because you won't get it onto the through the airport, which for most of you isn't such a big thing because you can be pretty lethal without tools.
I think you said I was allowed to take my wand?
A wand would be less problematic because magic doesn't always flag as a issue.
And I could claim it was a
But remember, don't use magic when you're up in space.
No, I know that.
Yeah, I think Declan's probably the one who feel most naked without a weapon.
Probably, yeah, that probably should be pretty correct because
I was
everyone
gonna
else can
say,
do without one.
You've got your sniper's weapon, don't you?
Oh, no, I'm not bringing it with me.
No.
I'd be lucky to try and get through a light pistol, and that would be pushing it. Certainly not trying to be a sniper rifle, though.
Martin did say that you could,
I could potentially call Tatiana when we get there.
Yeah.
Again, Declan's not really heavily practiced that enough to be competent to that kind of work.
You can always be hopeful.
And it goes, but the sniper rifle that he normally carries around is not necessarily a weapon that ends up coming with Tatiana now that she can carry her, now that she can come with weapons.
That's fair enough.
Okay, so the shuttle that you're about to board is called a Mitsubishi Skyclimber, one of the new fuel-efficient transorbitals. It has a shark-toothed emblem of Luftland Airlines painted on the side of the passenger plane, an oddly predatory look. And so that's one of the German companies, most likely owned by Sadecraft and Loftware. So no pressure on that side of things.
Okay.
There appears to be only about
There's nothing wrong with being on the plane.
only appears to be about 40 passengers on this flight, including you guys, leaving the shuttle half empty. Your assigned seats are just behind the first class section, next to one of the air stewardess stations. You have both Flogger and Womp given business class seats because they won't fit in anything else.
I thought I was the only one in first class.
Yeah, I put character back in first class.
And Shutterstar was sitting in first class was going to be my next thing. But you're welcome to jump in early if you wish to.
Sorry.
Right.
There are 4 seats in each row, separated by a narrow aisle. Each chair is an individual light acceleration couch. The strapping in procedure involves so many webs and buckles that even if you were that most of you are slightly intimidated.
So when you say light acceleration couch, you mean not as in light sunlight type acceleration, but light as in not
Yeah, like these shock
not
absorbing
heavy.
heating.
Yeah.
Shock absorbing
Okay.
seat.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
for some reason I imagined immediately a couch that absorbed light. And then I realised no, that's probably not what it is.
Well, it says light acceleration couch. The strap in procedure is basically done by the stewardess as you sit down.
New baby? Probably even appropriate to say that, right?
It's okay, he's probably giving lots of wings as he does so. He does look good in his skirt.
Take a look at what the question is. Yeah. We told you a steward, a stewardess, and how they could look at.
Well, I'm sure he identifies as stewardess with the costume, with the
I'm
suit he's
sure
wearing.
that Harlan probably get quartet anyway.
And there's a tray arm built into the seat and includes a video display and input jack. You also see a couple of other passengers getting on board. A short woman dressed entirely in white and grey skins, who takes a seat just behind the group.
Do you know what the significance of white and grey is?
No more than I can actually say right now because I was just trying to get through a description.
Sorry.
But we're now... white and grey could probably mean lots of different things. What would you like it to mean?
Look, I'm sorry. I have ADHD. It means that I interrupt even when I don't intend to.
I mean, always considering the fact that that's a colourful habit to break from.
Hey, it's a bottle episode, and we're going to stick on this the whole night. What does white and grey? That's a bottle episode.
I tell you, he should know better now. He should know that I have ADHD and that I don't mean to interrupt all the time, but he still catches me on it every single time.
Well, I would rather not ignore people. Her broad face has an oriental agelessness, but she speaks English without a trace of accent. She looks alertly about the cabin, constantly fidgeting with various animal icons on a leather thong around her neck. One of them being a stylized wolf. Then 3 elderly Japanese, their hair close cropped and their business suits of nondescript cut, seated in first class. With when one of them steps into second class looking for a steward, you see the glint of steel between his wrist and the black briefcase cuffed to his arm. Hello, Ross. We have a Ross. Would you
like Whomp's drink and he's been asleep?
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I play the lovable character Whomp, who has a slight problem of flying due to the last time he got backstabbed. So he's probably being sedated.
Well, you've just gotten onto the flight, and I'm describing the other people on the plane.
Okay.
And you also get a chance to roll that to see exactly how well the group is going to go with stuff. Apparently, it's another black point of to the group. So we have a whole 8. 8.
It makes GM cruelty, basically. That's what it is.
So you're suggesting I should do this every time now?
No, I don't know why you're doing it this time.
No, it's an experiment. It's a mad experiment.
Well, you are
I can
walking.
tell you I'm not a fan.
Well, actually, I think if we're doing it properly, then you add all our force dice as well, isn't it?
No.
Which one was that one?
None of them add the force dice to it because that would be a stupid number of
Yeah, I know.
points. You'd never actually have much beyond a way of doing
Eight
things.
is already a stupid amount of points.
Okay, so towards the rear of the plane, a green-haired young woman appears to be singing, but you hear no sound. Then you notice she's wearing a sonic dampener.
Oh, okay.
Noticing your attention, she blushes prettily and smiles, not as cutely as Talon though. 2 couples board.
So is Talon's in the Tiki author?
So the sound dampening means it stops the sound from being heard away from her.
Like it's probably something that it sort of fits over the voice box, or it's actually potentially part of the voice box. That means that you can sing along as loud as you like, but not actually have any volume at all.
It sounds like something Hollow needs. Not that she's on this flight. She's safely back home.
Also mean you can most likely have audio conversations with people somewhere else while talking on your phone without anyone locally hearing you.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So you see two couples board the shuttle together, taking seats several rows behind you. They're clean cut, and the language they speak sounds very much like German. They behave affectionately towards each other with much inappropriate displays of affection.
There's nothing inappropriate about displays of affection.
A frazzled middle-aged woman comes down the aisle, leading a young orc child by the hand. You suspect the little boy has recently awakened, as he seems to be ashamed of his appearance. One of the passengers points at the child and says something to his companion, who bursts out laughing.
And gee, aren't they
What,
lucky
the companion bursts out laughing or the kid bursts out
The
laughing?
companion.
I was going to say, aren't they lucky Shadow's sitting in first class, otherwise she would have decked them. Probably got herself thrown off the plane.
I've got to say, obviously the party and or Shadow's lucky.
I have another question, and it's probably an obvious answer. But I'm presuming Bolt is in like a human form. Like
You're in human form. I'm probably the one standing out since I'm the only troll.
No, there's
Or
also
is it-
Flogger.
Yeah, but I thought Flogger was going in cargo.
Flogger's actually sitting beside you.
Great, so we're going to be like that flying.
You're
Well, there's four seats
Flogger?
across, so one side is Womp, the other side is Flogger.
Okay.
Oh, I was hoping he was sitting between Flogger and a door.
I'll wave at the kid and smile.
He looks fearful. Hey, a lot of society considers anything other than human to be wrong,
Yeah, I know.
especially in Asian countries.
Mm. Yeah, I know. I got backstabbed in an Asian country.
Well, there's always a point to remember. Sometimes more than one point.
Yeah, it was. I got the point.
And not long after, you hear the hatches start to close and the sounds of the shuttle's engines warming up. The air stewardess demonstrates the use of the emergency evac suits and the re-entry cushions. That basically gives you a short prayer for survival in the case of catastrophe.
Yeah, so basically they don't have a troll size one?
No.
You
Unfortunately,
got magic. You can fly, right?
I don't think barrier stops space.
it doesn't hold out vacuums, no.
Mm.
Besides, the magic may not work in the vacuum.
So yes. You can't do the vacuum. Your lack of air might be the least of your problems.
I think if it is that, I don't think it would care.
Okay, so you then hear over the speakers, "This is Luftwaffe Flight 613 and 1 a.m." Sorry, and obviously they are not very good at typing it. It's not 1 a.m. It is I am. Capitan George Willems will be taking off precisely on schedule this morning, arriving in Berlin in the late morning hours. I am pleased to report that the Tempelhof International Airport is no longer experiencing the difficulties reported in the morning news, and we are assured of a secure landing. Thank you for flying Luftland. We hope you enjoy the flight.
Okay, that's piqued my interest. What the hell was happening in there?
You haven't been watching international news, you have no idea.
And including the fact that we found out we were going there last night, and then early this morning.
And the no smoking and no chipping signs turn on, and everyone feels the seatbelts tighten to painful constriction to make sure there's absolutely no movement whatsoever.
It's too late to ask Desmond. I'm saying, yeah, can you check to see what that is?
And liftoff is much the same as for conventional flights, though it takes the craft much longer roll to go airborne. The cabin remains at a noticeable incline throughout the early stages of the flight as the jet engines labour to propel the plane into ever higher regions of the atmosphere. The jet's terminal receives some of the release some of the tedium of the flight, allowing you to tie indirectly through satellites with entertainment and news broadcasts. Unfortunately, there's it's all about society, socialites, and what people are wearing today in various parts of the world.
Okay, that's all right. I need to build up on my society skills.
As most of it is all very thin fabric. Definitely not bulletproof.
Okay. So this is the new age style, is it?
Well, it's the we're so rich we can afford to wear stuff that doesn't need to protect us look.
It's either that or we're so rich we've got our armour built inside.
Or our armor is our protection. Bodyguards.
Yeah. That's the one that you have to really worry about.
Okay, so.
People's got the we're so rich. These flimsy garments are still armour.
That's
Yeah.
where my brain went.
Either that or the flimsy is actually deadly weapons.
In time, the intercom bell rings. This is Capitan Williams. We're about to begin the final climb to suborbital altitude. Please keep your seatbelt fastened and extinguish all smoking materials. Air stewards, take your positions.
So is anyone going to put out the drop dead gorgeous elf? Due to the fact that because she's smoking hot.
Exactly.
Right. Sorry, didn't get that.
Well, certainly, Jacob has been taking advantage of any in-flight services, like the obviously got the first-class service, but certainly partake of any of the food and drinks that are available.
They do have craft beers on the flight. They have designer meals, so expensive but small.
Do we have to pay for it?
What was that?
Do we have to pay for it?
You do.
Ha! I doubt Desmond's going to want us to fork out money for German craft beer.
And first class doesn't have to pay, so first class gets a 3-course meal on the flight up.
Oh, I'm so unfair. So Bolt would have been like, food like falling out into the next aisle.
Yeah, because I think, did you say Bolt and Flogger and Walt had to be in business class?
Bolt was sitting in economy
Oh, okay.
because Bolt was in human form.
Oh, human form. Right, so it's just Walt and Flogger that are in business class.
That is correct.
Well, at least with business class, we got leg room.
Not much.
Yeah, well, if we're in economy, we wouldn't even have any.
You wouldn't fit in economy, which I think is the only reason you're in business.
That is technically true.
Yeah.
They basically had to remove 2 seats for each of you and put in a troll seat because the troll seats aren't normally fitted on the plane.
That makes me feel special enough.
And once you see the stewards, the stewardesses take their seats, the tremor shakes the shuttle as you feel the boosters engage, hurtling you out of the atmosphere into space. Through the small portholes you see the sky dim from pale blue to midnight black as the stars become visible against the ebony background. A layer of fleecy clouds dropping snow over the northern Canada hides the Earth's surface from view. At last, the boosters cut off and the shuttle coasts towards Apogee?
Yeah, Apogee.
Apogee. I could not be very hard to pronounce it. So really, I use the word that is like, I have no idea how to say that.
Isn't that right at the edge? Wait, you got space, atmosphere.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just the turning point or the like one of the focuses that you walk your arc around.
Yeah.
With the thrust gone, the apparent gravity also fades. As one of the Japanese businessmen cries out sharply in distress and bolts for the restroom. The lady behind you also looks a little pale and then pulls something from her leather pouches and swallows it.
Does that mean we may need to make a resilience check?
Not yet,
Okay.
but we're getting there. Suddenly there's an explosion and dense acrid smoke fills the cabin. Hijack! We're being hijacked! Someone screams.
Okay, at least it's something like that.
I'm just seeing if I had a nice explosion sound, which I don't, but hey, we'll worry about that
Really?
later.
You don't have one?
Not on this
I'm
soundboard.
just thinking that someone just burst our bottle. Our bottle.
Sorry, what was that?
Okay, so first we're going to see how people are doing. So each of you get to do a resilience check.
Thought so.
And see how you did during takeoff. And I shall see how we've got for people. So, first up we have Ariadne here to do some rolls. So I will do Shadow Star first.
I really need to put some points in resilience. It is actually a fast skill.
Who's going to put this on mute?
Two advantages, one success, 2 blanks, 1 threat.
Well, technically that can come out because it's all black. And then when that comes out, you succeed quite admirably.
Okay, cool. Take that out of the way.
But then there is another check as you hit the explosion. And it goes up by 1 difficulty.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Otherwise I'd be rolling twice. Not as good.
Technically you can still remove 1 dice.
Those 2 are blanks. So
Success.
there's 1 failure, 1 success. They count each other out. 2 threats, I believe.
Okay, so that ends up being 3 threats. So you currently are suffering from 3 strain.
Okay. Yep.
Just gonna make sure I can keep track of stuff.
Do you want a hot chocolate?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, so what is Womp's
4 green.
You have 4 green?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I should actually put some points in.
You're a magic, aren't you? So I'm gonna flip one of those over and make it red.
Lucky.
Actually.
You actually did quite well. So, that was quite successful on the flight up there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how well the explosion treats you.
Yep, I will upgrade.
You will upgrade?
Yep.
Okay, so... But the red dice still stays in effect. Okay, so that gets counted out. That gets counted out. And you end up with a single advantage as you are definitely feeling the effects of 0G. It is not pleasant. What is Desrin's resilience?
2 green.
2 green.
We found the one thing the party's not good at.
No, I've got the. I've been using the natural.
No, we found that earlier on with our fake dice.
Okay, so Desrin really doesn't like the flight up there.
Actually, I thought
No.
he should be handling the G since he's a speedster.
But obviously the food was bad.
Yeah, you shouldn't have had the oysters.
Okay, and then we hit. What is it? Should be. Then we hit the explosion time for Desrin.
Okay. So Desrin was right next to the blast by the looks of things. Oh no, that'll be a despair if it was.
And so Desrin is hitting on 5 strain at this stage.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not in your favour.
No.
And Talon has a resilience of 3, so Talon isn't doing so badly.
I'm not going to do it anyway.
Okay, so Talon didn't like the flight up, but wasn't actually sick.
Woo! Oh yeah.
Obviously, she's moving up.
But let's see how the explosion treats her.
She was next to it by the looks of things.
Okay, so apparently Talon didn't really like the explosion at all. There was a despair involved.
Great.
I believe there might be debris in the face.
Not the face!
No! Not my beautiful face! Don't look at me, I'm hideous.
It's alright, I can fix that when we get down into the atmosphere.
Okay, what is Bolt's resilience?
I think he's...
1 yellow, 4 green.
What's the... Oh, blooded. Okay. So, when you get injured, you get really pissed, isn't it?
Angry? Yeah.
No,
Angry
it's
result? Yeah.
just that it reduces the ability for toxins to affect.
Okay.
That's what blooded does. It doesn't.
So what's the one that the Wookiee had? I thought that was blooded.
No, what you're looking at is, let's see, I believe it is, I don't think, I believe Flogger has it, not Bolt.
Okay. I thought that the thing that the Wookiee had was called blooded, that's all.
Actually, no, it is, Bolt has it. It is the Death Rage. So for every critical hit that Bolt suffers, Bolt gets to add +2 damage to her attacks.
Okay. Just sounds a bit weird, because I thought blooded would be strange naming convention, that's all.
No, blooded is your ability to...
Yeah, I'm just saying, I thought blooded is more if you've taken some injury in it.
Okay, so...
Looks
Yeah, Bolt loves it.
Bolt was having time of his life. He was loving the acceleration.
Yeah, Bolt really wished to stick his head out the window.
And how did you like the explosion? You loved the explosion.
I love explosions. Wow.
Well, there's probably things flying through the air you go in face.
Yeah, probably.
So yes, you were having the time of your life even with the explosion. You end up with 1 strain. It's almost like more. How is
That's what Martin said, because it kind of cut out.
I said it's like more as everything's getting rocked around. It's like your ultimate thrill ride.
Oh, cool.
What is Flugger's resilience?
2 yellow, 4 green.
So this is going to be probably going to be a walk in the park for you.
Yeah, with that roll. Oh, just.
Yeah, takeoff was fairly smooth for you. And the explosion, apparently you like explosions.
Normally he causes them.
Are you really surprised that the two dumbest people in the party love explosions?
So both of you got triumphs on the explosion coming through.
Way.
Yeah,
And we did Womp, didn't we?
yeah.
Oh,
So I don't believe you had any problems, did you?
just chocolate.
Oh.
Just
Thank you.
Yeah, so Flogger's the only one who actually got strain back. If he had any strain tape.
Nope.
And we had Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow was the first one.
Yeah, I didn't do so well.
So basically, the only people who really succeeded was Flogger and Bolt.
Those with an iron stomach.
Are you really that surprised?
I survived one, but not the other one. I can't remember which was which.
Yeah, you just feel uneasy.
yeah, the two almost tanks of the party are just like, wow!
Yeah. Are you saying that it wasn't a smooth ride in first class?
I think
It sounds like that's where the explosion was.
Well, no, because Carlin and Degra are obviously sitting next to each other, and the blast was somewhere near us.
So, my ride in first class was fine. It was the smoke that left me with 3 strain.
Okay, you find yourself quickly in 0 gravity. There is smoke everywhere and your restraints have all popped off. Everyone in the plane has been let go at the same time.
Okay, that's not supposed to happen, is it?
It is not. Not when it's about to start shooting down into the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Whee!
Okay, I just hope that Flogger does not decide to go for door.
He'll just open up the escape route, that's all. Save everybody.
Okay, so you see 2 of the guys doing kicks towards the stewardesses, and there's a spray of blood as they go spiraling away from them.
Have we done initiative at all? Or?
No, we're just about to do that.
And now is a good time for initiative to be dropped on the party.
Oh, yes, please.
As you weren't expecting it, it does make it vigilance.
Woohoo!
So what is?
This is where Bolt and Flogger fall down.
Okay, so what is Bolt's vigilance?
2.
2 green.
2 green, yes.
Apparently you got 1 success and 3 advantages. What is Flogger's?
2 green and 2 blue.
Which is slightly better.
Do you want any snacks of any sort?
Wouldn't mind the salad roll.
Salad roll?
Okay, so that ends up being 4 successes and an advantage. Apparently I can roll well for characters occasionally.
Only when it matters, maybe?
No, when it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, like initiative.
Okay, so what is Desrin's?
1 yellow, 1 green. I don't know if there's any penalty for the fact that he's feeling a bit off colour at the present time.
There is a black involved in this, so you can literally score negative.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 1 threat, so that's definitely meaning that's coming up at the back.
So you were saying about that one negative, Martin?
What is Tarlin's vigilance?
Vigilance, 1 green.
Talking about the weak points of characters?
Oh.
You got an advantage. You actually did better than Desrin.
Right, but I still look like Quasimodo, so there's that contended.
Okay, what was Womp's?
1 yellow, 4 green.
And Declan, I would have got a couple of contestants, but didn't want you not the strange. You was already feeling bad enough.
So that ends up being 3 successes and 3 advantages.
So the trolls are the most vigilant at the moment.
So just waiting for my computer to actually let me do stuff again. And that brings us to Shadow Star. What is Shadow Stars? Shadow Star has vigilance of 3 green and 1 blue.
All advantages, every single one of them.
How many?
7.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is failure. No successes.
Can she change those 6 advantages into 1 triumph?
She get up.
No.
Can it be at least 1 success?
No. Why would I get a success?
Pity you can't get that as your strain back.
Okay, so
Why do I see colour coming out? And why am I worried?
That's what he's using for the mob. The hour. So he doesn't actually have to worry about converting the adversaries in Cyberpunk across. So it's easy with the cards.
Mm-hmm.
okay, so who would like to go first? Though it can't be our people who got our despairs.
I don't think. Oh,
I don't get despairs, so yeah.
bit out of
That's okay. I'm pretty good at the content.
I mean, on the nauseated side of things. Okay, so who wishes to go first?
I don't think I can.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't get any successes.
No.
I've only
It's
got a success.
no. You remember, it's just this is working out. You can use anybody's successes.
The roll determines.
James will also have a chance to make advantage of that reaction. He's not doing it on this one.
Is that because you don't want to shoot a gun in space?
He doesn't have a gun in space.
No one has
So I don't have a gun on it. But also, at this moment in time, he's more likely to be bothered at combat.
I mean, that's a solid defense tactic, right?
Do I have my walking stick with me?
You do not. You had to check that in.
Yeah.
I don't have from the plane either.
What does the Bolt think? Bolt go first.
Bolt just seen one of the German from the German couple kick one of the stewardesses and send blood flying as the stewardess goes spinning.
So like he roundhouse kicked her in 0 G. This is what I'm hearing.
You didn't actually see what caused the blood to go spilling, just that there was a kick and a blood spray and a spinning stewardess.
Right. Well, that's kind of rude. The stewardess was very lovely and gave Bolt lots of food.
And it didn't cost you an arm and a leg.
And it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Apparently my human form can be charming. I think. Probably not, but anyway.
Though you will most likely have to pay back that price at some point.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Bolt does actually have money. Not that he uses it very often, but he does actually have money from some of these runs. I'm not entirely sure how much, because it kind of just goes into the bank, but... or I think Jeremy looks after it.
Excellent's looking after it for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure he's invested it in such a way that he can give it out to you about a week or so after you ask
I
for
would
it.
like to interject here and say that a long while ago, Bolt entrusted Shadow to take
Yeah,
care of
well,
the funds.
Shadow's our banker due to the fact that we don't trust Desmond.
Because, no one trusted Desrin with it. You have money, you get it whenever you ask for it. If you ever say you need something, you get that too, and you also get all your food and everything bought for you.
Exactly. So I got lots of food given by the hostess, so that person was rude. They also deserve to be roundhouse kicked in 0 G space, right?
Okay, so...
I'm in first class right now, knowing that if I knew that the German couple had been rude to the Orc boy and then killed the stewardess, I would be fine with having to pay a fine on your behalf.
I don't think stewardess is dead.
People's ass.
I think she's dead. Oh, and also, as Shadow pointed out, they did also laugh at the Orc boy because he can't hide who he is yet. Maybe.
Oh, but we don't. Was it the Germans who was laughing the Orc boy?
It was the German couple who was laughing.
Yeah.
But even more reason to roundhouse kick him in the face.
But where are they compared to Bolt?
That they are not far from Bolt because Bolt is in economy.
Yeah.
And Bolt is in squishy human form.
Oh, that's right.
But Bolt's not used to pointing out the Jewish every either.
No.
But Bolt knows how to hit people.
I do know how to punch. Actually, that's a really good question. Even though I am in squishy human form, does that affect my strength at all?
It doesn't, but you've never actually hit anything with your human fists.
Yeah, you just don't have your claws.
It might actually hurt your knuckles a little bit.
Ah.
Well, no. It probably won't hurt the knuckles because he might forget to use his fist. He might try and use claws.
Yeah, so you're basically doing the German. What is that slap dance?
And I was going to say, an open hand slap might end up being what happens.
Yeah, it'd be like the German slap dance. I'm not sure what they call that.
I'm sure.
Bolt angrily slaps the German.
Unless, of course, Bolt goes in to do a bite and then realizes doesn't quite have the teeth he used to have.
I have the teeth. No, I think because I've been hanging out, being a human a little bit more often. I think, and being how cunning I am, I think I understand the limitations.
But you're going, cool, I can now try something different.
Yeah. Let's see what punching people in the face does as a human. Sure. How can this go wrong? Because I've probably been drilled into me to not
Does that
shape
mean
shift
if Bolt
in the middle of
misses,
space.
Bolt starts spinning?
Bolt will probably be spinning no matter what Bolt does.
Yeah.
I'll just go that way.
Yes, let's experiment with this weak human form and see if it's really as weak as people say.
Okay, so you end up going for a brawl. What is your brawl?
My brawl is 3 yellow and 3 green. I also have feral strength if that does anything.
It does.
Or lethal blows.
If you want to have a
Lethal
quick
blows
look.
is just for crits. What's precision do again?
So if you look down on your sheet, going down, you'll see something very similar to what you can do under Bite and Claw, as it goes through the different things that a brawl attack would do for you. Just that you do
Oh right, yeah.
a
So
little
death
less
rage.
damage.
Feral strength is +4 damage. Frenzied attack +4 strain. Lethal blows crit +30. Hunter crit +10 versus animals. Ooh, that's cool.
So you do crit +40 versus animals.
Nice.
Yes, and you believe these Germans are animals because of the insult.
Well, I mean, aren't all humans animals to ball? Because technically we're different species.
It would, but it doesn't quite work that well for you.
Yeah.
Probably takes the hospitality.
Yeah, basically, I think they're saying anything that's got 4-legged that's actually an animal, not a humanoid.
Alright, I'll put
Including that when you go hunting, the animals don't suffer when you kill them.
I'm pretty sure I've gotten very used to hunting my own food when I was in Angelgrove.
You did?
Exactly.
Considering 10 damage is nothing to sneeze at.
Isn't that also the issue with they can actually bite you back badly too because they're animals of monstrous size?
That's what makes it more fun.
They got bigger target.
So the question is, you want to take 4 strain to upgrade your check 4 times.
Does it have to be 4 or can it be like 2?
You can take anything up to 4, and you upgrade by the amount of strain you take.
Can I take 2 strain for now?
You can take 2 strain for now. I've just put the maximum down because it makes it easier to reference.
Yeah, no, and that's why I was asking. I presumed that I would be able to choose within that range, but yeah.
You can.
Cool.
So, and you can also spend a story point to upgrade at the same time.
Yeah, sure, we've got lots of white there.
Or did you want to use that to activate an was it atomy?
She doesn't have an enemy.
Oh, okay, I thought you did.
She can't do that.
Okay, fair enough.
Ariadna can.
Okay.
I'm presuming anatomy means that I know where to vitally hit people.
With anatomy, you can spend a story point on the roll to add your intellect to the damage you deal.
What does precision do? Okay.
Precision allows her to use her cunning instead of her strength as a dice pool,
Oh, okay.
which is why she has a dice pool.
That's why I got confused because I thought that was the equivalent of anatomy for.
Which I think is why that dice pool is so big, is because I've got a cunning of 6.
That
Not
is
that
correct.
my rules anything to sneeze at either.
But it does mean it applies to melee and ranged equally.
Yeah.
Unlike others, you don't have as high an agility need. Okay, so there are 2 triumphs in the roll.
Oh, wow.
So that works out to one actual success, 2 triumphs, and 4 advantages. So not enough advantages to actually crit, but you can use the 2 triumphs to crit.
Yeah, nice. I'll crit. Let's do that plus 30 crit. Oh no, is it plus 30 for the fall?
It's plus 30 to every attack you make.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, your hunter just only adds an additional 10.
Yeah,
right. Okay.
the 10 is only when you're dealing with animals, but
Yeah.
no matter what you attack the animal with, you get plus 10 as long as you're not using a vehicle weapon.
Yep.
So a mounted weapon does not count for your crit rating.
Okay.
But
Now let's throw some lethal blows in there as well.
on the bright side, that means that you're dealing from a punch. I believe that is 9 damage. And
You're not doing excellent walking where you get Harliquin's blood everywhere. Jeez.
Oh, Desmond afraid of a little bit of blood. Oh, how cute.
okay, so are you hitting the guy or the girl?
It was the guy who hit the stewardess.
It was the guy who hit the stewardess.
Then it would be the guy.
Okay, so you do one-shot him. How do you do it?
I am not used to this
Is it
zero G, and I put all my strength into launching myself towards this guy, which puts a little bit more strength into it, and basically this guy's chest just gets like punched in.
Okay, so everyone sees the human bolt, which you're very unused to seeing, leap across the cavern almost like a bullet, and goes straight through the chest of the guy, and straight out the other side.
On the plus side, at least he can't do vehicle scale damage, or we will be in trouble.
No, that is literal. That would take out a vehicle. It was over 10 damage. She would have crumpled Desrin's van on that.
Yeah, but I'm more worried about the ship's hull.
Okay, so yes, you're a little surprised at how squishy the person was to you.
These human forms aren't as bad as people have made them out to be. Really, I have been fed lies.
Though now all your clothes is covered in gore.
I mean, yeah, sure. I wasn't quite expecting that, but it's not like I'm not used to that. Normally it's in my mouth, so this is kind of different.
And there's almost like a bubble of gore sticking to you.
Bubble gore. Great. Oh, that's right, because we're in 0G.
You're in 0G.
Oh, I'm sure I look frightening as a human right now. This is great.
And looking behind you, there's a trail of intestines leading to the hole in the body.
Has the body just gone floating off, like spinning off?
It's sort of now spinning. It would have gone with you, except you went straight through it.
Oh, right.
Who would like to act next? Assuming people aren't extremely horrified at the big act of violence.
I was going to say, Desmond's reaching for an airbag.
So how packed is this flight?
Until the end of the round.
There are now 39 people on the flight.
Well, still 40, but...
No, still 30. It doesn't count as a person. They're spread too far around.
Okay, I thought they were classed as 2, because they're in half.
They're spread a little thin.
Yeah, because I think I would have troubles getting into economy.
And the as Desrin is busy showing the demonstration of how to use the sick bag, the other German woman basically screams and goes to give Bolt a swift kick, And Bolt can see that she actually has spurs attached to her boots. And they have flipped under her feet, so they will cause quite a lot of damage if they hit.
Have I had my go yet?
Not yet.
No, you cool.
We just had Bolt show how horrific Bolt can be sometimes.
Okay, so we were still on Bolt's go when I left.
We were.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bolt,
okay.
Bolt just torpedoed somebody.
So does Bolt have any defenses that Bolt is going to use?
I should have a defense. I should have.
So,
So
if you have a look at your Kevlar armor, it shows all the different things that your character can
Whoa,
do.
Bolt's got the Soldier 7.
If you're wearing Kevlar armor on the plane,
Most of that is done to look like clothing.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
And-
I would be wearing it. My question
That
is,
doesn't
like,
mean
you need
it
to-
might look like clothing, but it doesn't mean that it went through the aircraft scanners as clothing.
Well, it has no inbuilt weapons, so a lot easier to get on board. It's like it's like a safety jacket.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're happy with armor, just not effective.
And what was that?
I said it's more like a leather or leather-ish jacket that Bolt wears. I had another question. So, in the top of my character sheet where it says defense, melee, and ranged, it has 0, but I know I have that Kevlar armor. That should
So
be
if you scroll down to your armor,
yes.
you have soak, defense, melee, defense, range.
Yeah.
So up here
That's your
is
natural.
what you have when you're not wearing anything.
Oh, right, okay.
Because
right,
that's
that makes
always something that has to be kept in mind. And down here is what happens when you're wearing the armor.
sense. Right. Cool. Alright, that makes more sense.
They have intentionally been split
I
that
would be
way.
wearing it because I generally wear it when I'm in a human form or my hybrid form. It kind of gets shreds to pieces, so I go through these jackets a lot. There's kind of like a constant supply getting delivered to our stuffer shack.
Which is why it's Kevlar instead of some of the other stuff.
Yes.
Well, look, we need to find an Edna.
Well,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Martin was telling me about a ability that means I
That's
don't like Hulk rip clothing when I change, but
There is a way to do that. You just haven't learned
I
it.
might need to discuss that further later on.
Okay, so apparently you do manage to block the attack against you.
Nice.
As she then throws you across the cabin with her 4 advantages.
Mhm.
Doesn't manage to kick you, but does toss you.
Okay, that's fine. So she kind of like grabbed me on away and sort of like spun me away, that kind of thing.
That is correct. Who would like to act now? We've had Bolt and Desrin.
Can Talon act now?
Tarlin can definitely act now. What would Tarlin like to do?
I believe it's
Talon like jettison herself
Ariadne,
off
could you
the
pause for a
wall.
sec? What was that, Al?
Talon would like to jettison herself off the wall straight at this woman's feet with the intention of ripping the feet off.
Okay.
The feet or the shoes?
Don't think she dares either way.
The shoes are attached to them, of course.
Catfight!
No, don't degrade her down to a cat.
Are you being inspired by Bolt punching through some guy's chest at mock speed?
Yeah, 100%.
So, what is Tarlin's brawl?
If it's going to be a fight, let's call it a lion fight or something.
Sorry, what was that brawl?
Mm-hmm.
It is, where is it? I can't, where is it?
Under the list of skills.
It would be under combat skills.
It's literally not there.
Okay, let me switch over to Tarlin.
You've got 3 green dice. 3 green dice.
3 green dice.
It's not in my list.
So, if you look on that side of the screen, if you can see it, there is...
Oh!
You
Sorry,
haven't got a talent list, are you?
Yeah. I'm on it. Yeah, cool.
Your skills are split up into general, combat, knowledge, social, and magic. So relevant skills are combined.
Yeah, I was just having a slow mental moment.
That is all good.
I have those almost all the time.
Okay, so you leap off in a ferocious attempt at following what Bolt did.
What is the line?
And finds that you don't manage to collect her boots. You do manage to get 2 advantages, which you can use to give someone else a blue dice to attack her next if you wish to. Just that you can name that person.
Shadowstar?
We've still got Flogger as well, and Flogger's with you guys in economy, whereas I'm still in first class.
Flogger. Yeah, Flogger.
Okay. So.
Has Womp gone as well?
No. We've only
I was
had
going to say Womp as well.
we've only had 3 people go.
It's a big fire. It's hard to get them.
Yeah, but I presume Womp and Flogger are closer than I am. So
Okay.
either one of them.
Who would like to go next? We have Shadowstar, Flogger, and Womp who haven't gone.
Okay. Just trying to work out. Throwing Flogger would probably be dangerous.
Effective, probably. And he'd probably enjoy it if you told him you were throwing him towards a fight.
Flogger! I'm throwing you!
Fly!
Flogger! Fly! Throw
So
him.
if you throw Flogger, you'll be hitting the rest of the party as well.
Okay.
Because you are both bigger than the space above the
So
city.
the only way I could do that is go, Shadowstar, fly! But I'm not even there. Where's the...
He's not very good because he put his head down in the seats.
Desmond's the only safe one because he's cowering.
Yeah, so it'd be Talon and Bolt that are back there?
No.
Talon's
Bolt
already-
has been thrown across the cabin and probably going to go past Shadowstar soon.
So it's only
Talon.
Bolt that has to duck.
No, there's
Bolt,
passengers as
Talon,
well.
Yeah, Talon has to duck.
And the passengers.
Is there, what's floating around nearby?
What's floating around nearby? Smoke, guts, and a bit of flesh here and there. As well as lots of vomit.
I definitely need to get...
Yeah, not everyone was good like Declan and went to sick bag.
I still think Flogger's a viable weapon.
Yeah, but the problem is I end up hitting other people.
Talon's the only one who has to duck.
No, you also got passengers that have to duck.
I wouldn't worry about the passengers too much. Okay, maybe we should worry about the passengers.
Because my range light or range Flogger is not very great.
No, I think
Well,
I think it'd be.
As you've called out, what is Womp doing?
Okay. I'll actually try to tackle her.
Okay, so you will be crawling towards her
Why crawling?
because he
Either
can't
that-
actually launch himself
either
because
that
he's
or-
too big.
Or is the student...
There's not enough space between the
Either-
seats and the ceiling for him to move freely.
Okay.
Either that or is the stewardess closer?
You could probably reach the stewardess.
Yeah, I'll go to the stewardess and apply first aid.
Okay. You spin around trying to reach the stewardess. She does have a bit of propulsion at the moment.
Yeah.
That brings us to Shadowstar and Womp. I'm sorry, Shadowstar and Flogger. Who wishes to go next?
Is Flogger there?
Flogger is there.
Josh is just getting some painkillers, so if you wanted to go next, go for it.
I'm sore.
Josh has just come off nights. Yay!
I guess I have to make my way down to economy.
Well, you could do the leap down there because of you're thinner and smaller than the others.
Okay. Well, I'll make my way towards economy to
Oh, of course.
figure out what's going on.
You're in first class. I put on the champagne.
At least you can grab a bottle.
Yeah, because I can't cast magic, and I've only got my wand. I might grab a very heavy champagne bottle as a weapon on my way down to economy, considering there's blood and guts and flesh in the air. And see if I can figure out what's going on. I'll then attack
Well,
the
you
aggressor.
spend one maneuver to grab a bottle and one maneuver to launch yourself down there, giving you 2 strain.
Yep. I'm already at 3 strain, so
That
that's
puts you at
5.
5. And yes, you come within range of the woman.
I'll
Fly
go
by,
to hit her with the bottle.
fly by bottling.
Which means we get to do a melee attack for you.
If I could have the dice, that would be good.
Okay, so for you it is 1 yellow,
Presume
4
there's no
green.
upgrades?
You can upgrade
How did we get upgrades?
because I've been spending points.
Why do you think it was difficult to resist?
Oh, I know why it was difficult to resist. I was going to say, did you want to pass it to Ross? He's a bit more mobile than you are.
Oh, my body just hurts from doing too much.
You haven't did it today, did you?
I've done it the last couple of days. Apparently he rolled a triumph for you.
Oh, this is good.
Actually, it looks like a decent roll too.
Thank you.
Okay, so that is a triumph and 3 successes.
Which means bottle to the head,
You can do it as a critical hit if you wish.
either out cold or dead.
Well, considering you didn't call subdual, it will be lethal.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you have to call subdual before you roll.
Yeah, it
Unless
must be
you've got the
reminded
talent.
that before
Yeah.
we roll. But
Yeah, you need to have the talent that you can do it at any stage, isn't it?
Yeah, there are talents
Well,
that do that.
it's probably the sort of thing. Shadow expected it to be subdual because it was a champagne bottle. Unfortunately, you broke the bottle and slashed his throat.
Yeah, no, I'm not going for anything quite that gory. I'm just gonna hit them in the head, and unfortunately,
Yep. On
it'll
the
be a killing blow rather than a knockout
Yep,
blow.
on a plus side, this isn't Hollywood and the bottle doesn't break.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Okay.
Prefer not to waste the champagne.
The problem is you didn't use an empty bottle, you used a full bottle.
Well, it's heavier.
It
Well,
was.
that'd be despair.
So yes, you hit, there is a popping sound, and you find yourself dragged back to your seat by the champagne bottle.
Okay.
Wee.
And as it comes to Floga's turn,
Since I got a
unfortunately,
triumph, could I snatch up a glass and get some of that?
the triumph was what allowed you to take out the
Joke.
person.
I just thought it would be funny.
No, it's funny that you got propelled back because of the bottle going off.
He gets to do the humour bits, I don't. Yeah, it's all good.
And Flogger doesn't seem to have much to do as he seemed to have missed out on the festivities. Maybe he was asleep the whole time.
I thought there was a German guy. Was he killed by one of the other?
Yeah, Bolt went through him.
Okay. Alright.
Bolt did a torpedo,
Okay.
literally.
Well, this is what happens when they annoy Bolt.
And that's been that Bolt's scary in human form and all other forms.
To be honest, I never expected
Bold is proof that he's just straight up scary.
Yeah.
I think he's saying he's lovable.
Yeah, to you guys.
Okay. So,
I never could have loved him.
you see the green-haired woman pull out a badge that has the word Sky Marshal on it.
That may be bad for us, considering I just committed murder on an international interspace flight.
Well, technically you weren't inside any national borders.
Oh, might be easier on me then.
How's the studio?
Yeah, you got to start the corporate law.
Looking at the stewardess, the throat has been cut right through.
Well, maybe it's self-defense then.
What does happen if you do magic in
we
space?
had terrorist attack, and we have had enough of this shit.
No.
You said first aid, not magic, so you could have just been applying pressure and waiting for bandages and things.
No, Martin knows what I can do.
I know what you can do.
Yeah, but the problem is, if I do that, there's a good chance that everybody goes boom.
Or just you.
Yeah.
You didn't specifically say that you did magic. You said first aid.
So yes, there is still blood spurting. So she's not dead.
Okay. What are you applying? Doing medicine roll. Just as well, I'm actually very decent at medicine.
What are you using with your medicine?
I am going to try to slow the bleeding.
With what?
Riveting.
Well, I'll be.
You don't have a first aid kit with you.
No,
You
but
don't
I.
have any tools with you.
No, but I can do it. Rip some clothing or something like that.
Yeah, this first aid.
You do also have on the troll-sized light suit for suborbital flight. It doesn't rip easily.
She might not. She's a stewardess. She might be wearing a skirt.
She does have a. He does have a skirt on.
That could have bits torn off the hem. And
Improvise.
still keeping it modest.
Okay, so how are you going to improvise?
I'm using my medicine style. Basically try to work out how to do a try to slow the.
So we're going over.
Ask for a first aid kit. The plane will have one.
Yeah, I don't have. There is a.
There's possibly the blankets that people might use, like the light blankets that are also hot for
Yeah.
someone trying to go to sleep, or pillow.
Try to find something.
Okay, so you can do medicine with cunning, but you don't get to use your power of light ability with it.
Oh, yeah. That goes without saying.
Let's see. I think my cunning is not that good. So it's just going to be 2 yellow. And I'll upgrade.
Okay, they get you a green. Interesting. You feel really good at that trying to help. 2 advantages.
I say, you might do better.
Oh, he's not great at medicine without magic.
Yeah.
No, I'm not great with medicine when I'm using a lower stat than my intelligence.
Yeah, that's
Because I would have been upgrading, I would have been 3 yellow.
Yeah, it's always hard.
Okay, so by the time you have improvised, she doesn't seem to be bleeding anymore.
If we went into space, this would have been easy.
Maybe once we come back into atmosphere, you can do.
Well, the
some
problem
magic.
is I'm not allowed to. Steam cats are allowed to classed as a drug, aren't they, or whatever. So they wouldn't be allowed.
They don't have drugs on the flight.
Surely I'd have a first aid kit with something in it.
Not nearby.
Not that he could find easily as he was doing stuff. This was him trying to do something as a action.
Yeah. So I think rolling. Oh damn. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely would have been succeeded on saving her, but there's a good chance I don't know what happens when it's space.
From the university, they basically say don't use magic in space.
Yeah.
Okay, as you're finishing tying using what you could improvise with, you see the seatbelt light come on.
Okay.
I'm fairly sure the stewardess is less worried about seatbelt lights at the moment.
As you feel the engine start to kick back in, as the thing's starting to take its
Is
flight
there
down.
a seat next to me?
I was going to say, this might be
There's only
problematic.
2 seats you can fit in on the plane.
Okay.
What about the green-haired woman? Is she helping at all?
No, there's basically
she's
me.
all the way at the back.
Yeah.
And she's yelling out for people to
Get back
strap in before it's too late.
Yep, okay. Well, I'm going to collect the stewardess, strap myself in, and hold on to the stewardess.
Okay, so you get to make a mechanics roll to strap yourself in.
Oh, lovely.
Can I go down and try and help him?
No, you have to stay in your own seat. If you do that, you won't get a chance to get in your own seat.
I'm not so worried about that, but...
Yep, okay. That is, I'll upgrade.
Okay, so you'll upgrade.
The 1 yellow, 2 green.
Okay, so it's a hard thing to get the restraints in correctly. But you succeed. Though it does cause 2 strain.
1 strain.
Because you take 1 less strain.
I take normally 2. I take 2 less, but a minimum of 1.
Okay, so you take 1 strain.
Resolve is great.
Okay, so Desrin, you hear the alarm for the seatbelts, and the person cry out.
Alright, right. Desmond didn't got his seatbelt off. He did.
Well, your seatbelt was disengaged.
Yeah, it was disengaged.
Across the everyone's seatbelts were disengaged.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, he will attempt to get himself belted in again then.
Okay. How many yellow dice do you have?
Don't think. Mechanically talking?
Yep.
1 yellow, 2 green, 1 blue.
Okay. With the 1 yellow, you can automatically strap yourself in.
I'll then help Carlin as well.
Okay, so that brings us to Talon. What is Talon's mechanics?
My mechanics. 3 green.
3 green? Which
Yeah.
means with Desert helping, one of them can be...
Something to Desert?
Well, you can change the one of the greens to a yellow automatically by assistance.
There you go. And
Yeah.
does that give her a right to text then?
No, it gives her a roll. Because she doesn't have it herself.
Right,
And she succeeds quite well. And can potentially help someone else into their seat. With 4 successes.
okay. Well, if there's anyone else nearby, question.
Yeah,
There are a lot of people floating around.
Like, yeah, like on the other passengers you mean? Like,
Yeah.
not necessarily one of the PCs.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Oh, what about the little orc boy?
Yeah, you can help him get into his seat.
Yeah. I want to help the little orc boy.
Okay. So that brings us up to Bolt. What is Bolt's mechanics?
1 green.
And you find yourself in first class at this stage as you're strapping yourself in. Apparently you don't successfully strap yourself in. These hands aren't working as fast as you'd like them to. You end up with 2 more strain. What is Shadow Star's mechanics?
Shadow Star will strap bolting instead of herself, even if that means bad things for her.
Okay, so you go to strap Bolt in instead.
Oh. I thought I was going to roll my dice, but that's
Would you like to roll your dice?
No, it's fine. It's alright.
It's alright because you actually succeed quite well.
It's fine.
Well, I didn't read what the results were.
I was fine. It's okay.
Give you the dice.
It's all good. I just had my trade and everything. That's okay.
So I can hand you the dice because I don't even know what the result was.
Well,
I picked it up.
yeah. The only thing I could see is you had one set back in the US, and all the rest of purple were blank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked
I
it
didn't
up.
want to create a hassle, and now I created a hassle.
Here's the dice.
I'm not winning today.
Oh, that's tier 5. Okay. I'm going, oh, Master Doctor. No, I need to be tier 5 for that.
Okay. Yes, you successfully strap Bolt in. And you're able to strap yourself in at the same time.
I didn't think there was that many successes.
There was 3 successes.
Oh, okay. That worked
But
out.
you end up with 2 more strain.
So it's 7 now?
You're up to 7 now.
I really need Talon to work up to that thing where she gets to heal strain on people.
Now we're up to Flogger. What is Flogger's mechanics?
Did Flogger get out of his chair?
No, the
All
thing
his
is,
straps came off.
everybody's floating because all the straps came off.
Flogger's got a solid 1 grain.
Either that or Flogger would just hold on to the seat.
Flogger's other half will strap him in.
Apparently, he didn't strap himself in. He gets 2 strain.
I'm really surprised your other half didn't do it for you.
No, you can only do it when he's unconscious.
That we know of.
But there's also the aspect that the other half wouldn't necessarily have stepped in, but the other half doesn't make that damage to the effect of not being stepped in.
Yeah.
The other thing is he's probably going, yep, Flogger's big enough he can soak a lot of damage.
As you see, about half the remaining passengers also manage to strap themselves in before acceleration kicks in, sending those unstrapped to the back of the ship.
Hopefully Flogger gets there first, so he stops landing for the rest of them.
Well, there were some people between him and the wall, so Flogger does get some cushioning before hitting the end.
I was going to say more like the other way around, and that's exactly what it was.
And as it's going, rocketing down to the planet, gravity seems to come back as the forward rockets start to fire.
Is there a base coming through that music?
Is there?
Base coming
There is a
through?
little bit of bass.
Okay. It seems to have stopped now.
Which is called engine hum.
Yeah. I just thought it was a car outside. It was that.
And once you start going more to approach, they strap everyone they can in and use some of the seats to strap Flogger's feet in.
The seats.
Yes, because he
That
can't.
must feel very awkward.
He doesn't fit into the rear of the
That's
plane.
what I mean. That must feel very awkward.
He's sort of sitting in the aisle with his arms and feet in the seats beside it. That's the closest they could get to it. And you seem to land without any further issues. And there's a lot of authorities on the plane very quickly getting everyone off.
I thought they'd be stopping everyone from running off.
Well,
Looks
they're
like
getting
the authorities are there.
Yeah, they're going to get us off, and then they'll start doing the questioning.
Because they're going to get off the plane first, because we don't know whether the plane's about to explode further.
Yeah, we don't know if there's any more bombs on board.
Okay, so as they're about to take you into interrogation, the green-haired Sky Marshal intervenes and says you stopped the terrorists, and so you were let go.
Well, that worked out for us.
That's a cunning planning way to get through customs. Put some stooge on the plane to set a bomb off, stop them, and then you can fly through customs and whatever you like.
You
I
do.
was gonna say, we might have been able to bring our weapons after all.
You do bypass the customs and the checkpoints on the way out, mainly because one of you is covered head to foot in blood.
Oh,
Yep.
Not me. No, not at all. That all.
I'm glad Bolt didn't do the usual and try to shake.
I'm surprised Bolt hasn't tried the usual and shake. Or shook, as the...
And there is a limo with Shadow's name on it outside waiting for you.
Limo or bus?
Limo.
Are the trolls going to
It's
fit?
a stretch limo.
Well, hopefully the trolls will fit.
They do
Well,
have.
they knew who was coming.
That they do have rear seating for trolls.
Oh,
Cool.
this is...
You can't actually fit in the limo, but you can sit on the outside.
What type of weather is it?
Well, it's early morning drizzle.
Okay, is it worse than London? Do I have to worry about the acid rain and all that other?
Well, that's something that happens in a lot of the places around the world right now.
Yeah, but it happens a lot in London.
It happens a lot in Seattle.
Maybe it doesn't happen too much in Germany.
All I know is I wouldn't
Oh,
mind
I
having a walk through the Black Forest.
I suspect Berlin is probably at least as polluted as London.
Okay, and you find that before you get on the limo, each of you has been handed your transit papers, which have 7 different stamps on it.
7.
Yep. Representing each of the German states.
Interesting.
That's between the airport and Munich.
Okay, I thought we get stamps when we enter.
Well, it means.
Or is that all we're cleared to go through?
Means you're cleared to go through.
Oh, okay, not that we've been. Okay.
It is the equivalent of reaching customs and getting cleared to enter the country.
Okay.
And it's real paper.
Cool. And we can't lose this. Or we're not leaving.
And you've been given a ticket for the bullet train to Munich.
Sounds...
They've been offered to look after pluggers and bolts, papers.
For something uncomfortably going, yeah, due to the fact that you like to hide, there's a good chance that, yeah, there probably will be reasonably safe. As long as it's not, he then tries to use it to sell it, so it's probably worth a bit too.
Well, it's real paper.
Mm.
Not something that most people can afford all the time. And doesn't take long for the limo to get across to the bullet train. About half an hour to an hour through traffic.
Wow.
But the bullet train will take a few hours to get across to Munich. The bullet train is a it looks sharp-nosed and grey, looking like a worm of technology rather than a passenger vehicle. Twin mount cannon barrels protrude from cupolas mounted on every 4th car, situated to fire to both sides as well as overhead.
So, as a bullet train, they're literally saying a bullet train.
It's a bullet train that fires bullets,
Hmm.
though it looks more like cannon shells.
Yeah, okay. We didn't check on this part. It must be
You would expect that a single shot from that would do what Bolt did to the terrorists.
The thing is, I didn't realise that they had really bad areas in this area.
Well, it does pass through 4 separate areas you need visas for. Oh, sorry, 7 areas you need visas for. And each of you gets your own cabin.
That's not a bad deal.
Is there facilities on the cabin to get it cleaned up?
There is.
If we haven't had a count yet?
Though you've been given a 5-minute warning when you get on the train to get yourself strapped in again before it takes off.
This plane sucks.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I hate your inefficiency.
And from what you know, the train is always on time. Passengers aren't always on it, but the train's always on time. You all get a readout. Go, Jeremy.
Okay, then when the train starts moving, we can actually get up and walk around and get cleaned up a bit. So.
Okay, so once the train accelerates to 300 kilometers per hour, you find yourself with, it says about an hour till you reach Munich. As a steward comes around checking on each of you, speaking English fluently. And is flashily dressed. He says that there is another American team here as well on their travels. And you can hear the sounds of dogs barking on the train.
I wonder if they're barking due to the fact that we've got bolts on board.
Well, you wouldn't have expected to be dogs on the train. But there's sounds of dogs on the train.
Maybe they're looking for bombs or drugs.
They don't sound like the normal working dogs.
Oh, okay. Stay in the cabin.
And they help any of you who need refreshments, drinks, help cleaning up.
So I guess if there's time, we'll pitch in.
I'll have a refreshment.
There's the way to get the water this time after getting cleaned up.
It's possibly a good idea.
Yeah, you have your choice of sparkling water flavour.
Maybe a few dry crackers just so there's something in the stomach again.
Yes, they don't have non-sparkling water, so you get your choice of flavour of sparkling water.
Okay.
And in Munich, you are hustled across the platform to another train. As you see the other American group consisting of a couple and 3 hunting dogs also get hustled across. And the guy greets Womp warmly. Says, "Pleased to meet you." With a showing far more teeth than most people show.
As long as the teeth aren't pointed.
They are not pointed, but they are large and shiny.
Ah, okay. So I had a lot of work done.
Says, "Name's Harrow. This is Sheila. We're dog trainers."
Okay.
These Germans are pushovers for hunting dogs, especially man killers. I'm sure you'd appreciate that part.
What type of dogs are they?
They look like beagles,
Eagles.
So they're killing.
Interesting.
but they are about twice the size of a beagle that you've heard of.
So they kill with cuteness and ferocity.
Looking at them, they look like all muscle beagles.
Yeah, so they kill in cuteness and ferocity.
Uh,
Yeah, and he says we don't do any of that cyber stuff. Our dogs are strictly pure.
I understand that.
No scything claws or venom glands. So what you doing over here?
Sightseeing. Also wanted to go for a walk in the Black Forest.
Okay, so all of you find yourself in a shared cabin, carriage, where it's got multiple tables, a couple of troll-size booths, enough for a single troll. Well, trolls do take up
Desmond's
your lunch.
probably feeling
Yeah.
recovered enough to be sociable with our extra guests. These bolt, the bolt tape enjoy the doggies, or are they simply wrapped from the perspective?
Are you there, Em?
Yes?
What was your answer to Desrin's question?
I missed what Desrin said.
Well, we're now travelling on another train carriage with a couple of Americans who breed dogs, and they've got three
Beagles of enormous size.
Beagles with us.
Oh, yeah? Do I understand what the dogs are saying?
They seem to be saying, can we kill this one? How about this one? Can we kill that one? How about that one? And they seem to be going through everything they see with, can I kill this?
I mean, they sound like dogs I want to be friends with, but I'm currently in human form, and I gotta remember that, so...
I mean, you can't be paying them close attention. With real people.
And this train isn't as good as the bullet train. It's soot streaked and bullet scarred. A couple of patched holes on the inside of the carriage. And it looks like it's been running for before electricity.
It sounds like the nightmare of all nightmares of trains.
Cool! Well, is it diesel, is it?
Running on something.
It actually looks more like it is steam.
Whoa! Do you know how awesome that is?
I think I can.
As you're heading out into an area where there's not a lot of technology sitting. Looking out the window, you can see what looks to be blasted landscape and signs of the various conflicts that have happened over the years in Europe.
So basically the same as our Badlands.
Probably a little worse because the Euro wars were a lot worse than the Badlands.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Some of it is still considered highly dangerous as ordnance is still scattered throughout it.
So, well, don't stick your head out the window.
No.
And on the train you can see various Germans, farmers and factory hands. And once you're on the train, no one seems to check your tickets. You're just checked to get on board.
That's fortunate.
No, they'll probably check us the tickets when we get off. So, got any pamphlets on, was it Bulgaria, isn't it?
I think it's Bulgaria.
Yeah. Yeah, so flip through the...
It's all in German.
It's alright. I'm learning how to... I've been learning a little bit about German, but not that much.
Not enough yet.
Did you bring your Matrix Translate tool?
My phone. Yeah, I got my phone, which has got the software on there. So I asked Desmond to do that.
And what was that, Jeremy?
So that teams is going to be essentially testing connectivity to see whether or not, we've got connections, and specifically confirm whether he's got contact with Tatiana at the present time.
Can you also ask her what the issue was with the that the airport was talking about? The incidents that are happening in Germany, at Munich and that?
The fact that there's constantly like wars, insurrection, rebellion type stuff going on in Germany.
Okay, so
This Shadowrun stuff was written back in the 1980s, so conflict between East and West Germany was still a significant factor, and it continued through for the next 70 years.
I don't think it's up just yet.
And Jeremy, Tatiana does bring up saying that the previous day's shuttle was actually shot out of the air on approach and impacted in the ground, killing all passengers.
That would have been nice to know before we got on board.
It's always a risk in Germany.
Why? It would have made me worried.
Yeah, but now, so we're going to go take the scenic route out, or we're going to go free flying.
So,
They relied on me out yet.
so 15 minutes
That's all I did.
15 minutes after leaving the station, the train stops at a village where custom agents and soldiers board. They start checking everyone in detail, going through from one end of the train to the other.
So this will have to happen 7 times or 6 times?
6 more times.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes about 20 minutes.
Hopefully some of those crossings occurred on the bullet train.
It did not actually.
Shame.
So each stop is a 20-minute stop as they check everyone's papers.
Opportunity to get out, stretch the legs, stretch us.
I think that's the attitude we need to go for.
As you go through multiple inspections, and the conductor is getting more snappish and exasperated as it goes, especially those who can't speak Bavarian or the Bavarian dialect of German.
Is Tatiana able to assist Dedrin in some of those translations of the dialects?
She does, but her comments seem to be almost pointing out his inadequacies as a conductor.
Yeah. But that's okay, just Dedrin must necessarily understand that's what Tatiana is actually telling you. Right, they're going to basically speak into the phone and go, yep, we're okay, blah, 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 and then, yeah, Tatiana speaking out to the phone, and yeah, what comes out, may be quite weird.
Okay, so as the next stop you reach, this time instead of well-dressed soldiers and a customs agent, you get soldiers with unbuttoned uniforms, blood and food-stained clothing, and unwashed and unshaven faces. They look thoroughly disreputable.
So I look like train robbers.
And as they're thumbing through your travel documents, they demand something in heavily accented German that doesn't seem to translate well. And they turn to you, while they turned to Womp specifically for information here, as he's still probably one of the well-dressed ones amongst the group.
So,
and apparently there is a problem with your travel papers.
Oh, yeah. Let's go fix them all up.
And they're requiring a fee to be paid for the inconsistencies.
and how much is this fee?
They look you up and down. You think they come up with a number and then double it and say 100 credits.
Can I have a go at sweet talking?
You can.
This would be the time.
Yep. Basically, just saying, hey, there's nothing wrong here. Why don't you do us a favour and let us go on through?
That they quickly talk amongst themselves and come back and say, we will let them all through if you stay with us.
What does that mean? Or if I stay with them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, well, are they attractive?
Not at all.
No,
No,
don't answer that.
yeah, they put myself to shame.
No. Oh, well, I can't do that. More of a weekend activity, but I'm at work at the moment.
Your travel papers don't say working holiday, they say holiday. So unfortunately the fee has doubled.
Oh, what? That's so wrong. They just...
Am I hearing a complaint? Would you like to lodge a complaint?
They've been a step up and I say, basically kind of translating through Tatiana, apologize for any confusion, misunderstandings. I'm sure that we can sort this out with minimum fuss and concern and provide. We'll go for the card check or negotiation, whichever is appropriate. And I say, if he uses greased palms, then that's 50 credits anyway, which is probably most of what the cost would be. So.
Okay, so the soldier grabs Desrin up in a big hug and very uncomfortable display of affection before letting him go.
Mm-hmm. Good will make a sharp patting himself down again to reset his suit and clothing, and also surreptitiously double checking to make certain that his pockets have been worth of food.
They don't seem to have taken advantage of you because you actually paid them.
Yeah.
And you hear from one of the other cars the sounds of automatic weapon fire. And then they get off the train.
So that's probably what would have happened if Desrin decided not to pay.
Well, considering this is Shadowrun,
Are we able to go into the next card to see what damage they've done?
Do you wish to push your way through into the cart?
No, not push.
So,
As I am a doctor.
You can do magic down
Yeah.
here.
okay. Desmond will look across the shadow and say, see now, technically that should have been part of our expenses. It would have been part of the fee structure of the negotiation of that with Wisconsin.
Maybe, yes.
Desmond, it was only 50 credits.
And then you hear the sound of automatic fire in earnest,
Okay.
as occasionally holes start appearing in the walls beside you all.
Great.
So you're saying this automatic fire coming from outside the train?
That is correct.
Yeah.
The conductor has thrown himself on the floor, and he's quickly gesturing everyone else to get down.
Yeah, I'll get that as well.
And he seems to be yelling out, Putsch, which your translators come up saying, rebellion in progress.
Okay, because the parts of Germany have been squashed by the company, the Loftweir's company that's here.
It's not just one company in here. It's just Loftweir's happens to be the biggest one. That's probably
So it seems to be that infighting is rebels. We don't have guns or anything to fire back with though, so
No, but we
We've
do
got
have
a
spells.
flogger and a pole.
you do.
And
We
you
don't
got
particularly want to lose them off the train though.
Okay, so you hear you hear the sounds of heavy weapons firing from one of the carriages ahead, and the sounds of ricochets outside.
So we've got heavy versus light.
And then a deafening boom from outside
Our RPG
as the whole
train.
train shakes.
Why do we keep getting in the middle of explosions?
You're in Germany.
Lots of
I feel like I should have my shield spell ready. Gather everyone together.
Shield.
Are we actually hearing any weapons fire coming from inside the train at the moment?
Yes, you did hear some from one of the carriages ahead, until there was this great big boom from outside and the train started to shake. Then the automatic fire stopped.
Sounds like they've taken out the turret.
Through the there was no turrets on top of this train.
Oh, okay, so
It's just in the bullet train.
okay, so side-mounted people with heavy guns.
Looking outside, you can actually see a Panzer with a smoking barrel.
So a tank.
They're going to go for crawling along the floor, heading towards the carriage that seemed to have some automatic fire coming from inside it, and he'll look to transfer into that carriage, or like go towards that carriage.
Reaching the door of the carriage, you open it and you realize you're now standing outside the train.
No, they're not standing, crawling.
Yes, well, there's not much difference between that because most of the center of the carriage is missing. It's still attached, but there doesn't seem to be anyone in that carriage to provide any resistance to the tank.
Which end of the train?
Oh,
are you
okay.
at?
So
The
the undercarriage of the carriage is still there. It's just the passenger compartment area is now like carriage tray between the. Is that right?
That is correct. It's more of a tray than a carriage. You think the people with the automatic weapons thought they could outdo a tank and didn't think too well.
Okay.
As you can see, lots of scuff marks on the paint of the tank where they had been shooting at it.
Right. And well, is there anything else outside? So the train still moving, is it?
The train had stopped.
Oh, the train has stopped.
The
Okay.
conductor had hit the ground.
Yeah. Well, I'll do the picking sector and I've got a lot for train engineer. But,
As you can see, bunches of troops hitting out from behind the tank. These guys aren't wearing any form of uniform at all, and they seem to be flying a makeshift flag.
Okay, so this is the rebels.
We need to get out of here.
So how many? So the fans are outside to get a train. Can we see? Can Devlin see any other combatants as such, either outside or on the train?
Looks like that the soldiers on the train are now running out the other side of the train from all the carriages that weren't shot.
Huh? And how many combatants are on the outside of the train, aside from the Panzer?
There's about 10 on the Panzer side approaching the train, and probably about 15 on the other side running away from the train.
Does it seem like the train is going to try and move again?
Looks like it's going to wait until everything's finished, because you don't think the engineers are silly enough to start the train moving while there's a tank with a gun nearby.
Okay. In that case, then Dirkman's going to basically look at the remains of the carriage that was beside us, and he's just trying to spot to see whether there might be a weapon actually lying on the ground, lying on the train there somewhere, that he can actually kiss. So
you do find quite a few weapons here. Most of them damaged, but you can't easily find at least 2 pistols and a automatic rifle. None of them are in good condition. They don't look well maintained, and you're surprised they haven't killed themselves firing them yet.
Well, that's right. So Desmond will be aiming to, he'll scrabble around, staying hidden as much as possible, but collect up at least a couple of weapons, and then aim to head back to our original carriage.
Okay. By the time you reach the carriage, the guy with the 3 dogs is currently trying to get everyone to also try to collect guns from anywhere they can, so they can fight off these insurgents.
I don't need a gun, I've got my wand.
Yeah.
I don't suppose there's any spells that are anti-tank spells.
Yeah, something's got piercing.
I don't know if I've got anything with piercing.
You do have a very good anti-tank spell. It's called Flogger.
Throw Flogger!
Yeah. If that tank is threatening the train, maybe we should throw a flogger at it after.
Flogger! Door!
And you have the ability to take out groups of people with your spells quite easily.
I might whisper to Flogger that in the top of the tank there's a big door, and it's a round door, unlike any door he has ever seen before.
You don't have a round door yet?
No, Flogger doesn't have a round door, and if you can get that door of the tank, I'll pay the extra freight for him to take it home.
Well, yeah, Flogger's heading towards the tank.
You done?
There's a crushing sound as he goes out through the window.
Back out.
It's a window. The train can still go right.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it wasn't designed for trolls, so there's just this big hole in the side of the train.
Could we have...
Our carriage is still in bed position on the one next door.
It is.
Yeah.
Now there's an easy entry and exit point on the train.
Yeah, there's somewhere from which I can take out the people on the ground with my spells.
Actually, are we in initiative, or can I freely ask a question?
You can freely ask a question.
I can freely ask a question. I asked Shadowstar, because she's my guide in kind of the human space. Can I?
Now's a good time to be bold.
Yeah, I was about to. Like, can I? Is it safe to transform?
Bolt,
And two, can I play with Florga?
Bolt
He looks like he's about to have
barely.
fun.
Bolt can turn, barely open up her mouth his mouth open to speak, and I'm just like, Bolt can be Bolt now, and
Wolf up.
You can go play with the tank as well.
Bolt.
Yeah.
Can Bolt
Send
transform?
it to Paul. You should go and chase the car.
You should go chase the car.
Yeah.
Go chase that big tank.
You've
Go
never
the
chased
car.
a tank before. They're very slow. They're easy to catch, but they're fun to play with. And there's not 4, but there's 8 tires for you to have a go at.
Oh, sweet. Can Bolt change on the fly?
Bolt can do the jump out the hole and change in the process.
Wait. Now.
It's harder for you to change into a human than it is to change into a hybrid.
Yeah, but I was thinking either hybrid or like full wolf. So
Full wolf, you thread the clothes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
full
will
wolf.
find some clothes for you. Well, this.
I mean, I probably have a backpack full of like jackets and pants at least.
Unless, of course, you lose that somewhere along the way.
If I really have to, I will give up my jacket for Bolt's modesty.
No, I will change on the fly and go hybrid. Can I? Is it worth enhancing myself at the moment? Do I think the threat is big enough?
Well,
Or this is like
If
plaything?
it's a tank Bolt, the threat is big enough.
You can go for an enhancement. I will look up how to drop your enhancement. You have to roll for that one.
I know I have to roll for that one. It is. What is? Oh, because I can now do like earth empowerment or is it fire as well? No, it's just earth right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's utility and then empowered earth, right? Is that right?
You do the transform, and something has gone wrong with the sheet. I'll have to fix it some
Yeah,
point.
it's hasn't listed the what it is, like elemental, power elemental, earth, or
there's something else at play here that I have to fix. Okay.
Yeah, no, there's like three things I kind of have to do, I think, or there is now 3 things that I can do.
you got conjure with earth. as well.
Yeah, but I got utility, which I think is the one to bring out my big mega ball. I can now empower myself with earth.
Okay, so would you like to empower yourself with earth to help?
Sure. Let's give this a go. I have not tried this yet.
Okay,
so what's that? I've got that as well.
You increase your difficulty by 4 to cast the spell. So it goes from 2 purple to 6 purple.
Can I upgrade my check?
But then it lowers on what your knowledge lore is.
Does it? There's no knowledge law, it's primal, isn't it?
Well, it's.
You have 2.
Yeah, mine.
4.
Oh no, I'm thinking of attack with earth. It was actually saying.
She does not have the transform with earth.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't.
No, I didn't have enough XP, I think, for the trans.
No, that will be a 5th tier talent.
Oh, that's the 50. Okay, yeah, I'm only like tier 2 element, so.
Okay, so it will be an interesting roll.
Mm.
And you wanted to upgrade?
Yes, please. May as well.
Your camera only really gets to the bottom half of your face.
Well, I normally sit back, but I have to lean forward, and because of everything not set up properly, I've got everything stretched as far as I can.
just looking at the strange one.
Okay.
I mean, I think it looks okay. Not sure about all the
Let's
battles
see.
though. I think that means I have to take more spray to keep the enhancement up from memory. Okay, it is.
I think I'm at 7 of 12 strain, but I think you might have more strain than I do.
I have a lot of strain.
Yeah. Well, I thought 12 wasn't too bad for strain, but
Okay.
I
So,
ended up big class.
that would end up being a single success. So you do manage to get it up.
Yay!
What happened to the successes on those blue? Oh, did they get cancelled out by
Yeah,
one?
you got cancelled out.
Yeah.
So magic is very swingy.
Yeah.
Trying to find the things that will work together here. Well, if you had been damaged, you would have just healed some of it. But you are now a rather big-looking beast, having dropped out of the side of it. You do look a little. You do look as big as the troll.
This is why we sent Flogger first. He made a door so that Bolt could get out without having to be impeded by anything.
And you don't even notice the sound of the shredding of your gear.
And Womp can sit behind and heal them.
I mean, at this point, I think it's just a given that my gear is gonna get shredded to bits every time I do this, or transform into like wolf. So.
Oh, okay. So
This is why we pack extra
So
clothes.
in the time it takes for anyone to roll initiative, Flogger and Bolt reach the tank.
So does that mean I shred if
I'm
I use
okay
Empowered
with
Earth?
You could pretty much do a lot to yourself if you do that, because you add your magic rating to the difficulty. And if you empower with more than one thing, you add your magic rating per thing you empower by.
Oh, I wasn't going to go for.
Okay, so
Do I need to do Empower Earth before I use Attack with Earth?
well, at the moment we have
I'm just wondering, do I actually need to power up to use Attack with Earth, or can I just use Attack with Earth?
attack with Earth doesn't work unless it's empowered with Earth. Because attacking with Earth does absolutely nothing unless it's empowered.
Yeah, and this is why magic is dangerous, folks.
Oh no, I could go for just the standard attack instead of just empowering.
And okay, so Flogger, you're reaching the tank. What would you like to do? They seem to be trying to turn the cannon to point at you, but it's like it's moving in slow motion, like a clock ticking. You can imagine the sweat and fear in the eyes of the people inside the tank as another tank starts charging them down.
I'd like to pause here while Shadow's considering, do I pull out my wand to cast spells, or do I pull out a texter and start writing a label for that bloody tank lid and prepare for the dent it's going to make within my bank account to send the thing home?
So Josh, how does Flogger interact with the tank?
Yeah. Flogger was promised a door, so he's gonna climb on top of this.
You reach the tank so quickly, most people don't even notice you were running towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Flogger know what a circle is?
It's that round thing with the stick pointing out of it for leverage.
Yeah, exactly. So no one described exactly where the door was. I'm going to rip the turret off. I'm going to rip the turret off the tank.
If the GM allows, I'll have made a circle in the air so that Flogger knows what to look for.
Yes, he's gone for the round thing on top with the stick out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
It's designed for leverage.
Yeah.
Hulk smash.
Yeah.
So it was in the
may
Incredible Hulk
even
that he
think
took on the
that
apron.
the gun is
Flogger
the lever.
Tame's club, right?
Okay, so we'll switch over and see how Flogger's going to deal with this tank.
Flogger versus tank.
It
Tank
is Flogger
0.
versus tank. Okay, so it will be literally your brawl versus the tank.
Flog fist.
So that is 4 yellow.
Yep, 4 yellow, 2 green.
4 yellow, 2 green. And when we look down at what it is for when you do it, you can take 2 strain to make those 2 green yellow.
Yeah, sure, why not?
And you can choose that if you want to, you can re-roll any of the dice in this as you go.
Because I did upgrade to natural brawler.
You did. Would you like to spend a point in giving yourself a green dice?
Yeah, sure, why not? More dice, more dice.
Okay.
Is this because you don't have to physically roll them?
It does help.
Purple there?
There were no purple there, there were just 2 red.
Why was there no?
Because he's taking on a
red.
tank.
Okay, so that ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes with 3 advantages.
Slugger's got himself a
Oh, he nearly crits.
Wait.
Oh, sorry. Give me a sec. I'll re-roll it again because I forgot to do you could pull dice out and re-roll dice. So should do it properly. No, that one can't be pulled out and re-rolled. But you can re-roll dice if you wish to. I will bring the dice up to be.
You got a lot of advantages. You've only got 1 success so far.
So can you
what
get
I
a
will
despair?
do is I will roll.
Re-roll one of the yellow advantages.
He can roll any number of those
Oh,
dice.
any number.
Yes.
So
Except
I'll
for a
re-roll
despair.
The green. I'll re-roll the 2 single yellow advantages,
And the red.
and then one of the doubles.
You could re-roll the red if you want.
You can re-roll the red.
That
Currently,
might mean another
Nah,
despair.
I'm just gonna leave that as it is.
well, currently you not succeeding at the moment.
Yeah, currently you're failing.
Because you've currently got 2 failures at the moment. You've got the despair and a failure.
So I'm down by a failure.
You are currently down by a failure.
So you can either roll another 2 failures, a failure.
Yeah, we'll re-roll that red as well.
Okay, so that means I'll put these off to the
So
side.
4 advantages and 1 success at the moment on those.
I'll move those out of the way so they're not confused.
Yeah, at least you succeeded this
Okay.
time.
See this time, and I definitely crit.
So they cancel them out. That one and that goes to a advantage. And this time you get so many advantages you definitely crit, but you end up with a single success
Yeah, that's fine.
and a despair. So what is so despairingly in your success?
His pants falls down.
No. So what's despairing is.
You can't get the
I
whole
think
turret
this-
off, only the door.
I think despairing is
So
seeing.
the despair
ass.
is that the despair is that I've pulled so hard on this tank that when it finally gives way, the in quotation mark door goes flying into like a field that Flogger doesn't know where it is.
Okay.
Flogger very sad.
It literally goes flying away into a field, and looking down, you see a lot of people looking up at you with that look of sheer horror on their face as Bolt lands beside you. And what does Bolt do?
Nom nom nom.
Yeah. So now that I know how to, what can I do with that? Or do I need the attack with Earth to do? Oh, no, I do have conjure with Earth. So what is?
Each one is labelled for the spell it works with.
You've got attack with Earth.
Oh yeah, I do have attack.
So your magic attacks, your magic summonings are better than they would be otherwise. And if you're transformed.
Yeah, just because I haven't done this before, so I'm not entirely sure what the best thing to do is.
Well, whatever you're going to do, you're going to be dealing at least 10 damage if you hit them.
What is sledgehammer?
That's when she's using the sledgehammer.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I have a sledgehammer. Which I haven't
Spare
used
truth
much
is the
lately.
dagger.
But not with you right now.
Not with me right now, but, and
No,
I
I was
haven't
just
used it
looking
in a
at
while
what bit of the
because
screen I can
complete
read.
the claws and ripping people's face off seems to be quite effective.
Well, I thought that since they're all looking up at you, you would probably go for ripping faces off.
I know. I wanted to see if there was a like earth attack that could get all of them, or are they already technically
Try
classed
an
as
earth
like?
Well, you could do a magic spell, which you don't have the attack spell yet.
Yeah.
You've got augment, transform, and utility.
Yeah, if you had an attack spell, you could just put acid all over them.
Well, what was
Yeah,
the attack?
I didn't have enough.
That she's got the
to,
ability to, when she does the attack spell, it is reduced.
I see. So she needs an attack spell.
Yeah, she needs to get the spell. She hasn't been dealing with the spells yet.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, I think to use the utility now, yeah, it's utility with Earth. So, and then once I get the spells.
So when you do the utility spell, you can get the utility with Earth to get yourself some other abilities.
Yeah.
And
So why did she do the Earth enhancement thing?
it made her larger.
Oh, that was just about making her larger.
Mhm.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. This makes me more like my totem thing.
Does that
Big
mean
strong.
that you get
I'm as tall.
the
Like, I'm tall,
size
right?
bonus as
But
well?
I'm not as tall
No,
as Flogger.
She's
usually.
just larger.
Oh, so she doesn't get the size bonus.
So she has to get the transform
You
with
just
Earth
look
to
more
get all that.
fearsome.
Can she buff that with silhouette?
She's technically got a silhouette larger, but she doesn't get anything else but the
No,
silhouette.
I mean, if she got silhouette, could she use that to buff it to make her even
Do
bigger,
what you
so
do
to get
best.
the large bonus?
Take faces off.
Not right now.
No,
Now's
not
now's
right now,
You're
means-
basically confusing everything
Yeah.
right now in someone's action.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's something down the track.
Yeah, no, I need a ton more experience points in order to do any of that. So,
So
yeah,
we're at the
okay,
vital claw part. We're at the vital claw part.
biting bite.
I was going to say,
Keep the
bite
faces
is
off.
usually your first instinct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so are you
Faces off.
going to take strain to increase your attack?
What's my current strain?
It would I forgot to do one of the other rolls earlier that helps you reduce strain. So at this stage, let's just say you've got about 2 or 3.
Okay. So if I do 3, that would take me up to 6 strain.
That would do that roughly, yes.
Yep. Okay. We'll go with that. So yes, feral strength, frenzy attack by 3. So that's 3 strain. Should I upgrade this?
It's entirely up to you.
It would add a green dice to your pool if you upgrade.
Sure, let's upgrade. Let's bite all their faces off. This is gonna be fun.
Okay, so
Yeah,
there
definitely
only
succeeding on the
2
biting of
purple?
people's faces off.
there was only 2 purple, yes, because they don't have anything to protect them.
Yeah,
Well-
they were protected by a tank, and we all know how that
Flogger took
went.
the tank off, so now they're not protected.
Do I crit? I think I
Yeah.
might.
Chris.
Okay, so
I
you
would've
crit
crit with
on
that.
a 3, and you managed to get a crit plus 2 extra advantages, and you got 4 net successes, so that means you're dealing at least 14 damage.
Mm.
So you can quit and reduce your strain a couple.
Yeah, no, crit and reduce the strain.
Okay, so you managed to hit all 3 operators of the vehicle as they are a minion group.
Yep.
It doesn't take much to realize that there's nothing left in there except a gooey mess.
And they were going to shoot at us.
We haven't done initiative yet.
No, I know. I know.
We possibly don't need to, depending on how many people are on the ground and how fast they run once they see
I'm
what
pretty
happened
sure
to the tank.
anyone who just saw that display is going to, need a change of pants.
Okay, so instead of initiative starting, there is the sound of the whistle of the train as it starts to take off. The engineer having seen a troll and a horrific beast of legend take out the tank.
So with me saying that I wanted to go into the Black Forest, and I've been wandering around with... now they go, yes, I've been walking around with the legendary werewolf, and we're going to the Black Forest.
So both Flogger and Bolt look up to see the train starting to move without them.
We'll try to get the engineer to slow down to allow
I'm
my
pretty sure
friends
fast
to
enough
get
to
them.
have help.
That the train... The train engine is probably about 3 or 4 carriages up.
Yeah, so it does take a little while for it's not a diesel, it's a steam one, so it does take a little while to.
Well,
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure both of us have enough, one strength and speed, because I think that's intertwined, to get back on the train.
That's if Flogger is aware of that, so it's either called Flogger.
yeah.
Okay. So we have someone calling out to the engine to say, "Hang on a moment." We have someone whistling to Bolt. We have Womp sort of trying to figure out what he wants to do at this point.
No, get
He's
Flogger
calling
back.
Flogger over.
And I'm sure Talon here is getting hit upon by the other American couple and their dogs.
Did Talon even notice what was going on?
No, probably not.
Alan's been in the background observing the situation.
There's gunfire, of course she's just going to sit back and watch.
Oh no, occasionally
I'm
she
probably
likes to shoot
I'm
back.
probably still upset about the shrapnel in my face, to be honest. I'm sulking.
Just smeared some makeup.
I was gonna say you should just ask Womp to heal you. He can get you back to perfect.
Okay, so we all look back to Bolt and Flogger. What do they do seeing the train start to take off? They have at least a whole 10 minutes to make it to the train before it gets out of reach.
I mean,
10 minutes?
Yeah,
I mean-
even if it starts taking off for a human to not reach it, you can definitely catch it long before then.
can I run alongside the train until it looks like I can't keep up?
I don't know how long that will take.
Oh, okay.
Because even
That
if...
might be the fact that
full-
you
full-
can quite easily do that, knowing that if you just run slightly further forward of where the characters are, you've got a nice big open train to jump onto.
I'll start to worry when.
And the other point is, technically, you could possibly run as fast as the train can go at full speed.
Yeah, I'll start to worry if Bolt starts doing laps around the train.
I mean that's kind of what I was thinking. So
I was gonna say he needs to get some of that energy out of him. Maybe that's one way to do it.
You are literally as fast as a locomotive. Your only problem is when they get to a bridge.
well then
That's
that's
when
when I
you
can
jump
jump
on
on,
the
right?
If you see the hole coming.
Or a tunnel.
So I guess that means that Bolt is not actually Superman. Because you're only as fast as a locomotive.
As fast as a locomotive, but unable to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
No, Superman is faster than a locomotive.
In this context, Bolt is not legacy.
I'm pretty sure I could outrun it, probably by the sounds of it, but I would like to keep pace with the train.
Well, everybody can outrun a train. A train does not have legs.
Well, outspeed a train then, if you're really technical about it, sure. But I would like to keep, if I can, keep pace with the train. I'm gonna keep an eye out for like as you said, bridges or tunnels or things that I would be able to. I mean, like, to be honest, I could just follow behind the train across bridges and through tunnels.
Yeah.
I don't really need to hop back around.
The only issue I've got with that is if Bolt sees like a rabbit or a deer.
I have a train to chase.
Yeah,
Why
but the
would
thing
I
is,
chase
you're
them?
all high up energy, and something just pops out in front of you, going, "Ooh!" It's like if a squirrel pops up. Squirrel.
I really hope that there's not squirrels in Germany, but you never know.
I think
Plus, I think anything that sees this monstrous dog person hybrid running alongside the train, actually, I could probably even transform into my like full dog at this point.
I'm fairly sure that if there aren't any rodents in the area, one whiff of Bolt will keep them to ground.
And that's the other idea. There's this monstrosity, like, escorting the train. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get attacked again.
What do you mean monstrosity? There are two monstrosities escorting the train, thank you.
I was going to say...
Actually, no, that's a dumb question. Of course, Flogger could also keep pace with the train.
Not as well as Bolt, though. And if Bolt turns into dog form, Bolt can easily outpace the train.
Yeah, because you do 2 movements to our 1.
Yes, I can do 2 movements to your 1. But yes, yeah, but I want to keep pace with the train, and basically I want to look threatening, so I'll probably stay in my hybrid form and just like escort the train. I really hope that these people just, you know, have learned their lesson by attacking things that they really shouldn't.
As soon as Declan sees Bolt attempting to keep pace with the train, he'll whistle again and indicate to come on, because Declan recognises that apparently we haven't gone through all the checkpoints yet, have we?
Not yet.
There's still more state borders to cross, and having a werewolf or large dog running behind the train, he's not going to look good for the state borders.
Yeah, you'll probably get shot at.
I mean, can I run for a little while? Like, I can talk on my hybrid form, can't I?
You can.
Can I run for just a little while? Just a little bit.
We can't really talk. You're trying to talk over the sound of the train and everything like that.
Well, I'm keeping pace with the train. The train hasn't really started moving yet, so, you know.
That's
I'm probably walking at this point to keep up with it.
So,
No. Declan will give you a couple of minutes, but as I say, the train is effectively reaching top speed, and Bolt hasn't got on. Then he'll say, come on!
especially when Desrin's informed that the border's only 5 minutes away to the next checkpoint.
Okay.
Okay, they definitely need to get back in, so Bolt needs to suit up.
While all this is going on, amongst the damage, what kind of materials is the train made out of? Aluminium? Or?
It's more made out of wood.
Okay.
With some aluminium covering, with a lot of plaster and paint. Probably more paint than plaster.
No, I get. Look, I don't know if it's possible, but look, I'll try. Can I salvage a piece of aluminium? I'm going to try and get one that's about a foot across at least. I'm going to try and fold it and shape it into a circle. I'm going to try and stick a little bit of a hole in it and do a makeshift little knob and try and present it to Flogger as a second prize door.
There are a couple of round tables you could salvage quickly for
in
that.
that case, I'll take a round table and I will try and make a makeshift looking door, like put a knob on either side of it, and say, "Look, Flogger, I found a round door."
Does that convince Flogger to get back on the train?
I've stolen some of the shiny knobs off one of the other doors of the train, so it looks like a nice looking door.
Do we have a Josh still there? Hello, Josh.
I mean, right.
All good. Does Shadowstar convince Flogger to get back on the train by presenting him with a roundish door?
Well, you said it was round table, so it's a round door.
It's a round doorish.
The only thing it's lacking is obvious hinges. But it's got a knob, it's got all the bits a door would have.
Flogger will run back to the train.
Okay, so yes, by the time you go across the border, you manage to get Flogger back on the train. What about Bolt?
Bolt's just gone to the bathroom.
Bolt did say that she was going to get on the train. He just wanted a few minutes of running before he did so.
Okay, it seems word has passed down the track, and all the checkpoints after that are rather quiet and tame. Apparently not a single soldier steps foot on the train after that point. And eventually the old train chugs into Muchmahasan Valley. Remote and picturesque locale. Staring out to the big hole in the wall, you see peasants wearing the lederhosen and long skirts of 2 centuries ago, working in the field side by side with the latest cyber tractors. Directly ahead is the lovely village of Muchmahasan, dominated by its medieval church and town hall. You're amazed to see no sign of modern civilization, no aerials, no neon, no laser glitz, and no graffiti. Village women water their flower boxes in picture postcard fashion, while old men whittle and puff on long stem pipes.
Oh, cool.
The scent of baking apples fills the air.
Just to contradict this whole scene, I want to get myself a long stem pipe and smoke it, because I think women should be allowed to smoke.
You were given one by the other American tourist.
I will gratefully accept.
And he high-fives you after giving it to you, as he pulls out another one so he can join you smoking.
Yep.
He says, all people should smoke.
I can't smoke for crap, by the way. I'll cough and splutter. And I'll spend most of my time just pretending to smoke.
You've been with Trixie, the shaman.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I smoke.
You haven't done any of the smoke ceremonies?
No. I'm not a smoking sort of person. I value my internal...
She's shadow, she's not smoke.
I spend enough time
so
in radioactive...
we don't have smoky shadow.
No.
Shadow, can you get me a photo of me in front of the engine? And it's this picturesque valley as well.
I will take a photo of one.
So we're
get to that point, there's more of the description to go.
Okay.
Yep.
As you might want to hear about what's happening before you go take pictures of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Above it all rises Schloss Markenhausen, perched on the heights of the valley's largest Alp. Our very own Matterhorn gushes the tourist by Brochip. The mountaintop and its cliffs are snow-covered, though the weather is warm in the lower valley. A separately thin-looking cable link to the castle to the valley below. You watch as a tram ascends to the castle. As the village's train platform, the local tourism director boards with the usual, without the usual patrol of soldiers. She calls you by name, looking around questionably, then approaches when she spots you. Welcome, Chumchen, German for chummers. My name is Goldie, she says in a slightly accented English. I'm here to welcome you to Muchmahasan. all your luggage has arrived and your accommodation's waiting for you. And she's happy to help you with taking photos of the group if that's what you want.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we're supposed to be tourists.
Plus, the other thing is it's the first time I've seen a working steam engine because everything else is either diesel or electric.
Okay, having a look at it, the actual steam coming out of it is not actually heated by the engine itself.
It's a fake steam engine.
It's a fake steam engine.
Ah. So it is a diesel in disguise.
Oh no, there's no diesel at all in it. It is completely electric.
Oh well.
But it runs like a steam engine.
You must feel so disappointed.
The outside of it is a steam engine outside, so it looks authentic. You just realise that there's no
like when
coal.
they do the facades in Sydney where they like gut the rest of the building, but the
Yep.
face is the same.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as that, and they even have a fake coal bin on the back of it.
On the plus side, at least the carriages were more authentic because they were made out of wood.
The amusing, interesting thing is a lot of the time they have to keep those facades because of laws about heritage and things like that. When they were refitting the southwest wing of Old Parliament House, there were sections of the foundation that they had to put clear perspex over because of those laws. So you'd walk through sections of the corridor, you got beautiful red carpets, you've got all the moulded walls and everything like that, and then you've got this perspex bit of wood and basically foundations with a little bit of graffiti some person wrote on there 50 something years ago.
I was here.
But it just takes you right out of this beautiful sort of heritage sort of look into this. Why am I looking at a perspex covered construction site?
That's because that's a skeleton.
And
Nothing that interesting there.
it is still the original cast iron of the steam train, but underneath that is completely different.
Well, that's sort of understandable because spare parts are big next to
I wonder if
impossible.
the weight though makes it use more electricity to run.
Oh, it does. It is completely wasteful, but it's all they could do.
Yeah, that's fair.
And definitely wish they spared more expense from the tourist person.
Yeah, I guess so.
Everything was done on a budget, meaning sometimes the train is not strong enough to pull the carriages.
That would be inconvenient.
Yes, she's heard of other places where they spare no expense. She wishes was there.
It says something about the people who are running the business, I guess, which is probably the owner of the castle. Mind you, they're running a castle. They're not cheap to run.
That is correct.
Takes a look across at Womp and says, "Come on, if you've done looking at the train, can we get to the hotel and settle down? It's been a long day."
We only had one military incursion. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Just as a thing as well. Probably when I hop back on the train, I would have transformed back into a human so I can blend in again and
You put some clothes on.
shadow for clothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Goldie does do a lot of small talk, such as asking if you're mountaineers, having no reason to ask you that you know of, and
We should let Miss Talky talk, Miss I can tell a lie now, do all the answering for us.
So would Tarlin like to shine against the nosy tour guide?
Yeah.
This is your specialty.
Okay, she seems to be trying to get you to say things to implicate people. But luckily
And
for
I
you,
am definitely not allowing that to happen. Hopefully.
But luckily for you, you have increased your deception.
Dice dependent.
Yes.
Okay.
Deception.
I just had a funny thought. If she mentions like hiking, can Bolt be like, I love hiking and the outdoors and chasing deer, and then just like goes on this whole rant about
Outdoors
like,
and
outdoors
nature.
outdoorsing and chasing animals and the thrill of it and.
How far away are we from the Black Forest?
I'm not sure because I don't have a
yeah.
map. You would know
I
directly.
need my dice. Oh, you're already looking at my dice.
Yeah. I managed to bring your dice up so I can find it. Okay, did you wish to... Well, unfortunately you don't have anything you can upgrade.
Yeah, sorry, I think I used that upgrade.
I was going to say, the one time Harlan's actually rolling in the
She does have natural charmer, so she can re-roll any of the dice.
Oh, well, there you go.
Considering at the time of the night, it's probably a time to do it.
Yeah.
She seems to be also asking about crime in Seattle and stuff like that. Okay, so... which dice would you like to re-roll?
Can you see?
Just somebody please make a good decision for me.
Okay, so these two you
two failures or two success?
these two you'd want to keep the same because that way they won't roll a failure, but the other two you'd want to re-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
currently you haven't succeeded.
And I would technically re-roll all the other dice.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd want to re-roll everything but the two Martin points.
Oh, you can re-roll all the other dice.
You can re-roll all the other dice.
Basically, it was all advantages.
Yeah, no, it's like, I think it was only one dice you can re-roll, but happy with that.
You pick which dice you re-roll. You just can't re-roll triumphs or despairs. Okay.
I don't understand. I literally don't even understand like what they like are. Wait. Oh,
So
wait.
the
one
U-shaped
exploding star
one
thingy
was-
is a success.
So yes,
The exploding star thingy is a double success. If you got a little thing with wings on it, like the little laurel leaves, that's advantages. And then the triangles are failures. And
the hex are the opposite of your advantages, called threats.
Yep.
And
Remember that on the screen it can be hard to tell exactly what things are anyway, so... Like you put on the big image, like it's as big as it goes, and even then it's still, yeah.
Okay, so you have managed to successfully dodge all of her prying questions. So she doesn't insist on being your tour guide for the rest of the day.
But what? This means that
That makes it good on the idea of, hey, let's just get back to the hotel
we don't
and
want
rest
a
up.
tour guide.
We don't want a tour guide, and especially
We don't
when
want a nosy
we
one.
get to unpacking the equipment that's been provided by Miss Johnson. Yeah.
Okay, so you pile into a vehicle that has been rented in Shadowstar's name, as she's been handed the keys. Unfortunately, none of the vehicles here cater for trolls, so they're going to have to walk.
I'm fairly sure they can.
So, does that mean that Bolt wants to go for a walk as well? And stretch his legs?
I was going to say they're all going to be able to keep up with the van anyway. I think.
They could. It's not particularly fast.
Is it a long distance? Motor?
Is the van loaded with equipment at the moment? Or?
All your gear has been shoved into it, so it has enough space for 3 people to sit in it.
I was going to say I thought the gear was sent forward to the hotel.
It was.
She said at the start.
There's also anything you took at the plane with you,
Oh, okay, yeah. That won't be much.
such as clothing and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, we just took overnight bags, like clothes.
Okay, yeah, so the actual equipment that was sent ahead is not any stuff
It's
you
at
have
the
at the
hotel
hotel?
already.
Yeah, all that stuff's at the hotel, yes.
Okay, yeah.
But
Yeah,
we're also supposed to be tourists,
in the driver's seat.
no, keys are handed to me. I'm afraid you're out of luck, sir.
Desmond gets in the driver's seat, sits down and looks. There's no driving stuff.
Put his hand out.
Europe!
It seems that it's an automated vehicle, Martin Sunny.
I know, he got into the passenger side.
Oh,
He was
he
the
got
driver's
into
side.
passenger side.
Yeah, it's right-hand drive, not left-hand drive.
It's not American.
Oh, that's funny. That is very funny.
But it is what people do from the wrong side of the world.
I see.
I was about to say, was I the only one that got that to start
Yeah,
with?
no, I got it as well. I was sitting here since I'm actually originally from England.
I thought it was like an automated vehicle because everything's electronic.
Shadow looked outraged for a slight moment and then just smiled.
Yeah.
Shadow gets in the side with the steering wheel, which is normally the passenger side.
You gotta love European cars.
And after putting the foot to the floor of the vehicle, it slowly putts off.
Yeah. No,
And Desmond probably feels a lot of relief he's not actually having to drive this slow thing.
Yeah, no, I'm not expecting this as an upgraded car, but
I'm actually surprised that Shadow wants to drive. He felt like she drives in Seattle, but can't drive, but she doesn't.
hey, how do you know that? For
It's
one?
a
And
it's a
my car
VW Golf
likes to
buggy.
pretend to let me drive, so I don't know any different.
Yeah, well, that's right. So the idea that Desmond's relieved at the speed of the car because he recognises and sees Shadow's driving still.
I object. I don't think my driving skill's that bad.
Though you do realise that the slowness of the vehicle matches the speed limit of the town.
Oh, there you go. What's the speed limit of the town? Out of
Walking
curiosity?
fast.
10 kilometers per hour.
Oh god, this is gonna hurt. I pass Desmond the keys, get out of the car and start walking.
Hey, Desmond, race you to the top.
Yeah, there are 40 buildings in the entire village.
I'm gonna go take Bolt for a jog.
No, someone said race to the top. Bolt's already there.
No, Bolt's gone up there, come back, ask where the hell are you guys, gone back up there, come back and gone, what's taking you so long? Gone back, come back and gone, really, what is taking you so long?
So long, yeah. yeah.
That's when we get tennis ball out and say, let's play fetch.
Well, that's precisely it.
Even the train was more exciting than this.
I'm going to pull one of my bolt-proof balls out and just throw it along the way and walk in because at 10 k's an hour, my brain is going to hurt.
Keep in mind, Bolt is actually doing this in human form too. So my human form is also speedy.
And I think if the tourist lady's watching us, she's watching an elf throw a ball for a human to run back and forth with.
Okay, so you find yourself at your accommodation, a youth hostel.
This does mean Talon and Desmond get to share the van though.
You get a room designed for a bunk of 6 people. Unfortunately, none of the beds suit trolls. There's only a couple of staff there with an automated kitchen and laundry. And the main street of Much Mahasan is lined with small craft shops. Majority of them being beer and cheese and other sort of handmade crafts.
Oh, cool.
Pipe making, clocks, jewelry, toys, and costumes.
I will buy a bunch of toys for the kids at Trixie's and other touristy type things because we're supposed to be tourists.
Okay, so when you finally get to your room and have all the stuff you have sent for you is 4 crates. On top of it is 2 sets of climbing gear, snowshoes, and 100 meters of rope.
Oh yay!
one crate is labelled open first, and then you have crates 2, 3, and 4.
We'll
It's
start
not,
with
so,
crate one.
others get in the hotel before Declan and Carlin arrive?
Probably.
Possibly.
So if it is going to happen, Declan will send a message forward saying, do not touch the equipment until we get there.
I would wait for Desrin if I get there before him.
Okay, so when you finally all arrive, depending on if we have someone shopping for doors.
No, he's got a door. He doesn't need to shop for doors. He's got a round door.
So which crate do you wish to examine first?
And besides, he can click crate doors.
So what's the hotel we're in?
It is the youth hostel.
Okay. Declan's going to look around the room, sideways, and having Tatiana connected.
Check for bugs and.
You get a lot of disapproving messages from Tatiana about the lack of technology in the room.
As long as that also includes lack of bugs and cameras.
She cannot pick up any energy signatures coming from the room, let alone the town.
Okay. Declan will take another. That's good start. Then we'll take another look around, make sure there's no mechanical or spy holes and things like that through the walls.
It doesn't take you too long. There are occasional holes here and there, but nothing looks like it's been designed to spy through. There are no old tech stuff here either. No cameras, no microphones, no peeping toms.
If any of the potentially suspect ones, Declan was saying, "Look, I just stand against the wall and lean against that wall over there." And what? You lean on that wall?
It's a good indication that we're out of technology.
I was going to say, this is a good time to have blue tack.
We're confident that it's not being surveilled as much as possible. Then we can have a look in the boxes.
Okay.
We might as well start with open first.
Inside, you see 6 Ares predators with silencers, all looking new and unmarked.
Yoink.
And 10 clips for all the pistols. Not each, for all the pistols.
Yeah.
There is a Defiant Super Shock Taser with 4 magazines and 4 cartridges.
So just one?
One.
Yep.
There is 6 combat knives. There are 6 micro transceivers that you can attach to jacket or ear or whichever way you want to do
Ear
it.
is probably preferable so that you don't accidentally take it off.
There is a white noise generator. There is a bug scanner, which is also does mag lock and passkeys. There are 2 of those. There are 2 respirators.
Interesting.
And there is the valise.
Declan will take the opportunity to activate the white noise generator just to.
Yep.
Because I've got extra availability. So.
Okay, inside the second crate you find 6 sets of armor jackets with 2 of them being troll
I was
sized.
going to say, any troll size?
But the 2 of the predators would be troll sized, as would 2 of the knives.
Good.
Cool.
Good.
And 2 of the micro transceivers.
Does Bolt need special sized things?
Not in general.
Okay.
But when Bolt grows bigger, Bolt generally doesn't use tech.
Yeah, but it's just curiosity.
You remember that it relies on what Miss Johnson saw as the party members, and Bolt was in human form when
So with
at the meet.
armoured jacket, it's heavier than the Kevlar, correct? Or is it the same?
It's basically Kevlar.
Yeah.
And there are 6 snowsuits, full body protection. There are 6 sets of climbing boots. There are 6 backpacks, 6 survival kits, 6 sets of low light goggles, a single med kit. There are 12 4-use stim patches, and there are 12 2-use trank patches for knocking people out.
Would I have been able to pack some of that kind of stuff that I normally have with me, like
Not on the.
No.
in my normal luggage? No. Okay.
No, that's what I was saying. It's
None of
classed
that
as
would
a
go
drug.
on-
Yeah.
None of that would go into suborbital. There's also.
Even
Would a normal first aid kit that doesn't have any drugs class?
Yeah.
No. Because first aid kits have other stuff in
No,
them.
I mean, basically I'm after something that's got like large enough bandages and.
The med kit here does, yes, but you wouldn't have been able to take one with you.
Yeah, no, the problem is the medkit's not troll size.
Well,
That's why I was
like
wanting
you
to
couldn't-
know if I could take one but not have any of the medical stuff.
They would basically confiscate it because
Why
you.
would they confiscate bandages? Just curious. I'm not
It's
a
because
scientist.
people hide stuff in them. You can put other stuff into their wrappings that are other chemicals, and
Yeah,
they basically limit what goes on a suborbital.
Okay.
Because
It's probably
space is a
also extra
premium.
weight. And since they go, oh, you could probably buy it all when you get on the other side.
Pretty much.
Well, actually, they want you to buy it because this is all corporate.
Okay, so in the 3rd grade you have a 6 submachine guns with silencers.
I didn't know you could get silencers for submachine guns.
And
Apparently you do. That's-
there are 10 clips of explosive rounds for the submachine gun, 5 clips of stun rounds for the submachine gun,
the same-
3 clips of cliche rounds for the submachine gun, 5 clips of standard ammunition for it, and there is a single grenade launcher mount for the submachine gun.
So, were you saying there's 5 clips for the 6 machine guns? Or 5 clips per machine gun?
For all of the submachine guns.
So 5 clips for the 6 submachine guns.
Yes, you're choosing who gets the stun rounds, who gets the cliche rounds, who gets the standard ammo.
Okay, yep. So you want to figure that part out.
One of them will get a grenade launcher,
Yeah.
and there's 2 magazines of smoke grenades,
Right.
and there is also a missile launcher with 4 anti-vehicle missiles.
Okay. I'm figuring one of
This
the...
was just figuring out who's getting the big round. 'Cause
Yeah.
let's face it, 2/3 of the party won't use the guns anyway.
No, and I was just keeping track of the fact that, you know, as he's going through this stuff, he's going 6 this, 6 this, 6 this, and then suddenly there's 5 of this. So I'm just kind of making that mental note that even though there's a lot of 6, 6, and 6, that not everything is 6 of.
Yeah, but there happens to be like 5 different ammo types. No,
Yeah.
6 different
That's
ones.
okay.
Yeah. Look, I'm struggling to just keep track of it all.
I'm going to put it all into the notes for the session.
Into
So
the electronic
what's-
shock machine. no, it's okay. That's why I'm trying to keep track.
What skill requires to use a submachine gun?
that would I'd have to look it up. It depends on what it says.
It range light for a submachine gun.
Okay, cool.
And
What it is.
in the 4th grade, you have a grappling gun with attached rappelling gear, a stealth grapple line for 200 meters, and a catalyst stick for the stealth grapple line, meaning you can fire it to stick to something, no matter what surface.
Yeah.
No, the catalyst stick for the dog line is you fire it, you run the line where you go to, you go down the zip line or whatever, but then you can touch the catalyst stick and dissolve
okay.
the line so it's moving behind you.
I had forgotten which one it was because there were 2 of them that would do really weird things.
Will that take trouble weight?
It will take troll weight. So you have a whole bunch of gear to argue between each other what you're taking.
Oh, I don't think we'll be arguing. It'll just be deciding who needs what and who's going to use anything.
And as it's 10:30 now, next session you will decide how you're going to take what you need with you.
Mm.
Is there any plans of the castle? Any information about where to find this book?
Yeah, I haven't read that far ahead. I'm sorry. I only read up to giving you all the gear.
Okay, alright, so
We can work it out next time.
Yeah. They might actually have,
is there a lot more in there?
there might actually be like tours that we can go to a tour of the castle or something like that.
That was the there were 4 crates. I read out what was in the crates as well as what was stacked on top.
Okay, alright.
You have multiple ways of doing things as you choose.
I'm fairly certain that Miss Johnson did say she'd had plans of at least basic plans of the castle at some point. But,
Yeah, because we got all of this climbing gear and snow gear, so I expect we'll have to figure out where we need to go and.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going to go to the castle that was at the top of the mountain that we saw when we got off the train.
Yes, but it sounds like there's going to have to be some actual climbing and time spent in the snow, which is
Depending upon how we decide to get to the castle.
probably not what Talon and Shadow. When we go touristing, visiting things, we don't think about putting on climbing boots and running around in the snow.
Okay. But we'll work it out next time as to exactly what our options are for getting in there. Obviously, Miss Johnson has provided equipment so that if we decide to climb straight up the mountain, the option is there.
I was more just curious if she had included blueprints of the castle. That's all.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay, so did anyone want to add anything else besides hopeful blueprints?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing because people want to work things out next session that they want to go to bed, so I'll leave things for next session.
Did you want anything, Ross?
I want to try the German sausages.
Yeah. Go in.
I said, are we near a forest and can I go for an actual run in my like wolf form? Can I go to zoomies?
Okay, you could probably do that. What about Flogger? What would Flogger like to add?
Flogger doesn't have anything to add.
He's happy with his door. He's got a souvenir.
Talon wants to go discover a local bar.
Well, there was a beer craft shop and cheese and stuff. We have to do the tourist pretense to a degree, which is where we'll probably end up doing a tour and stuff, but we'll leave that for...
What was Desrin want to add at that point?
Desrin's fine. He's just basically cataloguing the equipment and he'll get sent to go to bed. That's it. Been a long day.
Okay, so I will send it to end credits and we can find out next session what happens.
Mm-hmm.